for since college.
It's really kind of cool. It's almost like being a goal.
Picks it up and scores! What a save! Score! Trevor Babbitt putting on a show tonight. Scores! Live from the Columbus Civic Center in Columbus, Georgia. It is time for a Friday night edition of Columbus River Dragons hockey. My name is Liam Gotimer. As always, it's an absolute pleasure to be here alongside all of you. And with me is Mike Vee.
Liam, always great to be here up here in the booth with you on a nice chilly evening here at the Columbus Civic Center.
It's hot outside, but not here inside the building. It is chilly, as Mike Vee said. So with that said, let's send it right down to ice level. It's the fire starter of the night with the River Dragons taking on the Monroe Moccasins. Mike, this one is easy. Kirk Underwood playing in his 234th game as a River Dragon tonight. That is the most all time. He has passed assistant coach Austin Doe.
Yeah, I mean, it's a milestone. I mean, you know, you're that guy. Everybody remembers when they were growing up, a particular player that was with the team for a long time and became a fan favorite, part of the community. And, of course, he has done that, certainly here in Columbus. And good to see him get that honor tonight, and no more deserving of a man than right there, the guy who wears the C.
Kirk has ingrained himself on the ice, in the community, and as the face of this organization. Congratulations to you, Kirk. What a moment that will be once the puck drops on tonight's game. With that, in just a moment, we will send it down to ice level once again for the pest of the game, and well, here he is. It's Casey Gerstein, number 71, down to a knee right now. He went down to a knee the last time he was here celebrating the first goal of the game on Friday night. That was the first of several goals for the Moccasins in that first period.
Yeah, I mean, we really want to bring that game up? I guess we have to. I mean, it was a game that certainly the River Dragons let themselves out of the game early in the first period. It was pretty much, bother the door, Katie. But it's one of those games that they came back and tried to get back into it, but just too much of a deficit. And as you said, the guy that scored the first goal, and I believe in that game also threw him down a little bit too.
Absolutely. Casey Gerstein is tonight's pest of the game, which, as always, is brought to you by our friends over at Cook's Pest Control. When we come back, you'll watch the highlights of the River Dragons' last game. Mike, it very well could have been their best game of the season throughout the full 60 minutes.
It was certainly the best game that I saw them play on the road in Athens. And I know they had a win in Athens previous, but that win right there was special. I mean, they took over from the beginning of that game to the end of that game, and I know you'll get more into that.
We'll take you back once we return from this commercial break on the River Dragons Broadcast Network.
Didn't think termites were up this early.
They really don't go to sleep. But now that it's warming up, termites really start moving.
But I'm good, right?
Oh yeah, you're good. Don't worry about pests this spring. Call Cooks, and you'll already be a step ahead of them.
Looky, 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 here comes Cookie Cook's Pest Control.
Columbus, it's time to show your pride with official River Dragons merchandise. Every piece lets you take Columbus hockey with you wherever you go. Stand with your team, show your colors, and bring the energy of the ice to your everyday. Get your River Dragons gear today and wear your loyalty to your club loud and proud. Let's go Dragons! It's Alex Storjahan and Garrett Milan at the center ice face-off logo. The puck has been dropped. We are officially underway. This is Liam Gotimer saying, it's go time on this afternoon's game. High slot, a rip from Maye, and Babin slid way over to the far post. Meanwhile, Wickline with Storjahan and Barrow. Storjahan shoots! Just missed past the helmet of McPhail. The puck comes out for Thornton. He'll lay it softly for Storjahan, who's forced to recollect at center ice. The puck whipped across from Balkwell to Somero. It hit a body in front. Perhaps it was a Dragon. Somero pinched in, so now on the rush, it's the returning Eric Neely for the Rock Lobsters. Neely, of course, the veteran, spent a good amount of time with the Macon Mayhem as turning and shooting is Ryan Galvin. That was a turnover from the Rock Lobsters. Here's Doherty from the corner. The captain shoots, and he wrung it off of the iron. Here's Garrett Milan, number 10, the FPHL's MVP last year. Gus Ford over to the far circle. Maye's pass went nowhere. Wickline will hustle. He cannot get there ahead of Milan. It would have been a breakaway for Storjahan had he been able to. So Neely, near side wall, wrist shot, rebound, comes out, Babin stretches. That was Jonathan Bartuccio Pereira. That's a defenseman for Athens that was in the net. Babin okay. We are exactly 5 minutes and 5 seconds into this game. Here's Leafers, he shoots, and how about Kirk Underwood from the back, applying just enough pressure to make sure Leafers couldn't get 100% of that shot. So on the offensive, the River Dragons searching for the game's first goal. Doherty's pass to the line. Colton shoots, they score! Deflected right in front of the net. It's Joel Texmo. Let's take a second look. Colton got it to the front. And number 95 got his stick down and deflected it right past McPhail. It's a 1-0 River Dragon lead, 5:25 into the game. The faceoff will come inside of the defensive zone for the River Dragons. Here's a one-timer off of the stick of Joey Colatarsi, a stay-at-home defenseman, look to get into the offense there. Josh Colton, Alex Storjahan, Tyler Barrow axes out in midair, and McPhail kicks it aside. To the top, Barrow will one-hand it north. Barrow a 3-on-1. Barrow, Storjahan missed the net. Wickline sent it through the crease. McPhail makes a glove save on the follow-up. 31 points in that span, as there's another deflection. Thornton got that one. Doherty, near side, and another save made by McPhail. That rebound was so juicy. My goodness. There's a pad save made by Babin on a Gus Ford shot, but hey, those are the types of chances Gus Ford is going to get. You'll take that. Meanwhile, Doherty for Texmo looking for his second. There's another turnover. Storjahan shoots, it's blocked. Somero goes across it, and Wickline went to the back door. And the Rock Lobsters get out of trouble. This is one impressive showing from the River Dragons. Wickline from the dasher to the front. Storjahan couldn't get his stick on it. So the captain, Carter Shinkarik, will lead by example. He'll skate it all the way out, test Babin, just to get a shot his way. To the neutral zone. It's sauced in over the attacking line, picked up by Leafers, barely onside. Neely, the net drive. Galvin will move it up ahead. Breakaway, Cody Wickline! Save made by McPhail. He closed the pads. A chance one way means there may be another the other way as a slapper from Maye. Trevor Babin said, no way, Devin Maye. Unsuccessful in doing that as Maye shoots into the breadbasket of Trevor Babin. Milan wins it back and it hops over Shinkarik. Shinkarik just made the recovery ahead of Barrow. But Wickline will fight through everybody anyway. He shoots and a blocker save made by McPhail. 2 breakaways for Cody Wickline. Here's Barrow. Wickline is the 3rd time the charm. He went for Storjahan instead. And Storjahan forced to play it back on behind. Columbus all over the Rock Lobsters. Here comes another chance. Barrow, patient. He'll pull up, turn his back. Underwood skates in and a cup grab made by McPhail. It's the Carter McPhail show in the opening 12 minutes and 45 seconds of this afternoon's game. He's got 12 saves on 13 shots. 10 of those saves have been on high quality scoring chances for the River Dragons. Galvin will work out with Texmo. Texmo shoots and McPhail squeezes the puck. 16th game of the season for Nathan. He receives a return feed from Doherty. The puck chopped though by the Rock Lobsters, and shooting is the blue liner. That is Luke Croucher, caught by Trevor Babin, who said, I'll take that puck right out of the air and freeze play with a trio of 2s on the clock. Now I don't believe Scott Doherty appreciated seeing Joel Texmo get crunched up into the wall. That's Michael Greco. What are the officials going to do here? Are they going to take Michael Greco? And Greco wants some more at Joel Texmo. Milan's got a man forward, missed the net. Oh my goodness, very seldom do you see Gus Ford go all alone, deke out the goaltender and completely miss the cage. Now Underwood and Colton will skate out. Underwood drops it back, Barrow to the back door, they score! Oh baby, what a passing play by the River Dragons, finished off by Josh Colton. That's what I'm talking about. It's Garrett Milan and Alex Storjahan at the center ice logo. The puck has been dropped. The River Dragons take possession. This is Liam Gotimer saying, it's go time on the 2nd period. Garrett Milan will skip and hop his way to the left wing, now to the high slot, and he'll score. 19 seconds in. River Dragons power play now over, but they score anyway! It's Alexander Jemaev, 3-1 Columbus. Nobody in the mid slot to pick up Alexander Jemaev. And he sent a sizzling shot into the back of the net. It's a 2-on-0. Wickline, Samuro, Wickline, pucker save made by McPhail. Oh, how many times does Cody Wickline need to get robbed? Storjahan scores! There it is, Alex Storjahan. No River Dragon has more goals than number 4. That's his 98th. Grab that puck. So Philip Virgili, a nifty pass for Ford. Blue line, Maye. Calgin couldn't knock it down. Now the River Dragons off to the races. It's Storjahan with Wickline and Barrow. Wickline, Barrow, Sturgeon, score! He'll still Leach and Carrick. This is Leafers. This is the net. This game is over. The River Dragons win by a final score of 5-1 over the Rock Lobsters on the road in the final head-to-head meeting this season between the two teams.
Sorry we're late. Runs in the family, right?
Who are you?
Simple. We get inside, find the cooler, fill it with Pepsi.
Isn't that breaking and entering?
No, it's just entering.
I'm not seeing a cooler.
No problem.
That pool's for us. There's no lifeguard.
This is Aunt Joni. She's married to Uncle Phil. He's from Boca.
Aunt Joni, how is your husband, Phil?
Dead, but I'm very much alive.
I don't quite know.
Can I help you with that?
Oh my gosh, thank you.
To Will and Diane, you go together like Pepsi and hot dogs.
Oh, that's so us, babe.
Pepsi, I'm not needed here. Have a great party, guys.
That really is a perfect combo. Are your friends in the blue Pepsi truck coming over too?
Abort! I'm not sorry for bringing flavor!
Coach, 5-1 win on the road in Athens on Saturday. What did you see from your team?
Oh, probably a very exciting game. Probably one of our most complete hockey games we played all year. We were shorthanded, they were shorthanded. We forechecked, we backchecked, we put on pressure at the right times. We obviously capitalized on some of their mistakes, and when we did make our mistakes, Trevor Babin stood tall in the net.
You set the tone early with a forecheck. What was the message to the group before the puck even dropped about getting off and running?
Yeah, you know what, I mean, for the most part, just making sure that we had numbers around the puck all the time. You know, good puck support, 2-3 guys for the most part, and for the really we kind of accomplished that in all three zones of the building. In the D zone, we always had numbers, and we broke out fairly cleanly the majority of the game. Our neutral zone was similar to the same thing. We had guys activating and jumping up in plays to make sure that we had that puck support, and that we, when we did dump it in and we did have our forecheck, we, you know, in the past games we had one guy going and he was a lone wolf, and for the most part we had 2 and 3 guys around the puck all the time. So it was nice to watch.
On that note, the first goal of the game scored by Joel Texmo, serving as that net front presence, go low to high. Josh Colton takes the shot. How do you like that from your team to be able to score in a little bit of a different way? Yeah,
you know what, I mean, it's nice to have everybody kind of not participate, but actually, what's the word I'm looking for? You know, I guess score goals, and, you know, not just rely on one big line to score, or not rely on the power play to score. You know, we had numerous people contribute, I guess, on putting the puck in the net, and, you know, it was nice to have Joel get rewarded for his hard work. I mean, I thought he probably had one of his better games as far as getting into the right areas and going to the net, and it wasn't just that play, but a lot of other guys that were probably flapping in the wind, and, you know, against Athens and against anybody, it's all timing. You know, we need to sit back and play good defense at some point, but a good defense is a good offense, and if we can track pucks and attack and have different people activating different ways at different times, it becomes harder to defend.
You talk about everybody getting in on the action. Josh Colton also scored at the end of that first period. He's now got double-digit goals. What impact does he have on the blue line, both offensively and defensively for your team?
Yeah, you know what, Colt sees the ice really well on the offensive side. You know, he's a big body on the defensive side. Not the most physical guy, but he disperses the puck more times than not fairly quickly, and he also has a knack of joining the rush at the right time and just being in the right spot at the right time. So obviously, with him making a nice play to Tex on the back door for a tap in, and then joining the rush and actually getting a tap in as well, kind of thing. It's always nice to see.
Absolutely. And then you turn the page, of course, to the third period where the club scores 2 more goals, and it's both off of the stick of Alex Storjahan. He's now the all-time leader in goals scored in franchise history.
Yeah, you know what, Storj, he is a goal scorer. He's just got that knack. He's got a quick release and a quick shot. Sometimes he doesn't shoot as much as I'd like certain areas, but that line is so dynamic, and if he gets the puck at the right time in the right spot, more times than not, it's gonna be buried. So proud of him and happy for him to do that. It's quite the feat, and he's just starting. We're just starting. We're just getting ready to roll here, type thing. So.
I love it. One more note before we move on to Monroe. Brad Fortin made his debut against the Rock Lobsters. In your eyes, what did you see from number 61?
Yeah, for somebody that just came in and really just played, he didn't practice, came in off flight the night before, and just jumped in there, not really knowing systems and players and all that stuff. He injected some energy, some speed, some physicalness, and with the guys he was playing with, I think it ended up being Jammer and Hunsey. They were meshing fairly well together, and he was great in pretty much all aspects of the game. So it was a really nice addition.
Now you look ahead to the Monroe Moccasins. This very well could be a playoff preview. How do you approach these, not just these 2 games, but the last 4 games against them, 4 out of 6 before the regular season ends?
Yeah, you know what I mean. Obviously, I don't think we've actually played very well against them throughout our series. What we've had, 2 games down there, and then 2 here so far. Yeah. I don't particularly think we've played great against them any of the games, type thing. So it's just it'll be good to compete against a really good hockey team and gauge us to where we need to be and how we need to play. And we know that they're a little different than Athens. They're a little heavier. They're probably a little bit more physical than Athens, in my opinion, type thing. So just a matter, again, it's all timing. It's all making the right plays at the right time, and and if you go back to Athens, it's going to be the similar game. We got to know when to put the gas on and go, and then when to take it off and sit back a little bit and let them come and let them make their plays, and hopefully we can defend well and capitalize off some of their mistakes.
Kirk Underwood will be playing in his 234th game. When the puck drops, he will become the all-time leader in games played in franchise history. You just talked about storage. Can you give me a few thoughts on your captain?
Well, Undy, you know what? I mean, he's a centerman playing D for the most part the last 2 or 3 years. He's learned that position really well, and his skating just unbelievable. His leadership, you know what? He's probably not the most vocal guy, but when you lead by example and play a certain way and leave everything you have on the ice every time you're on the ice, pretty tough guy not to follow. So, I mean, just with his energy and what he brings to the table as far as that, and his leadership and how he plays, really proud of him, and really happy for him, and really happy for us to have that type of quality player, and really more so that type of quality person on and off the ice.
Coach, it's now time for your fun question of the interview. Tonight is Columbus Lions night. So, in the theme of football, who is your favorite football team?
Well, I would like to say the Lions, but they're my second, I guess. Let's put it that way. Right. But you know what? Saskatchewan Roughriders in the Canadian Football Football League, CFL.
I'm going to put you to the test here. What about NFL?
Oh, well, that's not good enough.
No,
I mean,
you know.
Hey, NFL,
viewers.
you know what? You have to have an extra down. You have to do all this extra work. You know what? The CFL 3 downs. If you can't get it done in 3 downs, let's go kick the ball and give it over.
Faster games, I think it makes for, eh?
You know what? NFL, you know, I always like watching the Falcons. I'm a Green Bay guy as well. I like watching those guys back in the day, you know, the Brett Favre guys era type thing. So pretty tough not to like those guys.
Oh, goodness. You just forced a follow-up fun question on me. So you said you like Green Bay. You know, they're big fans of cheese over there. What's your favorite type of cheese, Coach?
Ooh,
I'm a Gouda guy.
Gouda? Yeah. Roquefort.
Huh?
Roquefort.
What's that?
It's a cheese. Look it
it's
up.
a cheese.
Look it up.
All right. Well, thank you for your answers, and good luck tonight, Coach.
You bet.
Let Shred Away, a division of the Overby Company, take care of all your document shredding needs. We can design a custom shredding program for your business today. No need to purchase equipment, no maintenance expenses, no need to prepare records for destruction, increase employee productivity, increase security, no worry. Was it really destroyed? Right now, all new customers can receive 10% off. Shred Away, a division of the Overby Company, locally owned and operated in downtown Columbus. That's Shred Away, 706-577-9668.
Didn't think termites were up this early.
They really don't go to sleep. But now that it's warming up, termites really start moving.
But I'm good, right?
Oh yeah, you're good. Don't worry about pests this spring. Call Cooks, and you'll already be a step ahead of them.
Looky, 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 here comes Cookie Cooks Pest Control.
The Columbus River Dragons are back inside of the lair on Friday, April 10th and Saturday, April 11th, as the club takes on the PD Ice Cats for the final homestand of the regular season. The puck drops at 7:35 p.m. on Friday, where we remember everyone deployed. Then on Saturday, the puck drops at 7:05 p.m., with the atmosphere expected to be straight up electric. Get your tickets at the Columbus Civic Center box office now or by visiting ourdragons.com. Let's go, Dragons! Back here in Columbus, my name is Liam Gotimer. Alongside me is Mike Vee. The River Dragons about to be introduced to the home fans, but before we get you all there, here is how the River Dragons will line up tonight. Mike, some changes from what we saw in Athens. Tyler Barrow, Alex Storjahan, and Cody Wickline. That line remains unchanged. Oh, how formidable those 3 players are with one another. The second unit is Ryan Hunter, Brad Fortin, number 61, who's playing in just his 2nd professional game, and Kyle Moore, number 15, on the right. From left to right on the 3rd line, it's Alexander Jemayev. He scored in Athens. Ryan Galvin is in the middle. Scott Doherty is on the right. The lone extra forward is number 25. That is the former Moccasin, Ben Stefanini. On defense, making his professional debut this evening, it's number 74, Nathaniel Mott. Out of Adrian College, Mott will play alongside Josh Colton tonight. Also on defense, Kirk Underwood and Nathan Balkwill, Brody Thornton with Justin Samaro, and in goal, it's the Dark Knight, Trevor Babin, backed up by Tyler Roy. Without further ado, here are the River Dragons. Congratulations to number 10 forward Cody Wickline on receiving an award, acknowledging his 200th game played and 200 points, all as a River Dragon.
That's quite a milestone to get and an honor to have that. And, of course, can't ask for a better human being, too. Great kid, another guy that's great in the community, guy that fans know well in this area and will long remember him. With 200 games played, he's got plenty more.
What else can you say about Cody Wickline? A perfect example of what it means to be a River Dragon both on and off of the ice. Kirk Underwood with the ceremonial puck drop alongside Carlos Forneris. We touched on it at the beginning. We'll say it again. Once the puck drops, Kirk will make franchise history.
And that's the record-setting situation with him being the passing up of Doe's number for games. And as soon as he takes that first shift, he's in the record book. And
tonight,
that's going to be a tough one to beat.
It is indeed going to be a tough one to beat. 234 games played for Kirk once the puck drops. We have one more ceremonial puck drop. How many times during your career as a hockey broadcaster, Mike, have you seen a Lion on skates?
The Columbus River Lions. Not to be confused.
We're not rebranding.
Right, not to be confused with the Dragon. No, the Columbus Lions, the arena football team. I actually had the privilege to be able to broadcast a couple of years of their indoor soccer.
Very nice.
Yeah, back when it was WIFL back then. They've been in several different leagues now, the arena football, the AF2, and then WIFL, and et cetera. If my memory serves me right, that was quite a long time ago, but I had not seen the Lion on the ice very often, but I've seen him in the stand.
Shout out to the Columbus Lions. They opened their season on April the 16th right here at the Civic Center. It's their 20th season. But tonight, it's a Friday night. The River Dragons are wearing red, where we remember everyone deployed. Head coach Jerome Boom Boom Bichard will open up with Alex Storjahan, Cody Wickline, Tyler Barrow, Kirk Underwood, and Nathan Balkwell. This is Liam Gotimer saying, it's go time, as a grade A look for Monroe misses high over the blocker of Trevor Babin, number 72, who is in net for the River Dragons tonight. And Mike, the last time the Monroe Moccasins were in this building, it was a 2-game set, and they set the tone in the first game. They scored 4 goals in the first period.
Oh yeah, and they almost tried to get one right off the opening seconds here on that move that came in that was denied by Babin.
The Moccasins come into this game with a record of 32-9-5, 2-0. They are in second place in the Continental Division. Chased down by the River Dragons as Alex Storjahan with a nifty pass for Kyle Moore, who will stand his ground in the near side corner. The River Dragons are 26-16 for 3-1. They have 90 points, 15 points behind the Moccasins starting play today. Monroe opens up with Ethan Matcham and Rasmus Asp on defense. Hagen Moe, Douglas McGuire, that's one of the new faces, and Sam Turner also out there for the Moccasins. And in between the pipes, it's Tyler Masternak. Masternak wears number 35. He played in both games against the River Dragons on March the 6th and the 7th. Earned himself a win and took a loss. As Hagen Moe attempts to slip by the defense, he does, and Babin made sure to not move his pad 1 inch from the far post.
That was awfully close.
This is number 11, Caden Eilot. He's another new member of the Moccasins. As a drive from the line, misses well wide of Trevor Babin. Ryan Hunter cannot punch it past the blue. Brad Fortin there as well. Monroe with a backhander from the mid-slot. That's closed off by the Dragons protecting the house well. Right side, that one misses high over the net. And it goes out of play. 2 minutes and 3 seconds into the contest. And Mike, we mentioned at the top that the River Dragons coming off of their best game of the season, arguably in Athens. Monroe taking it to them early on here.
I mean, they started the same way, if you recall, the last time these two teams met in their opening game. But, of course, only one shot registered on goal to Babin. A couple of chances, though, that missed.
And perhaps it still could be a little bit of a feeling out process between these two teams. Tonight, just the 5th head-to-head meeting between the clubs. The River Dragons 1-3 this season. And, of course, when you see teams like the Baton Rouge Zydeco and the Biloxi Breakers and even the Rock Lobsters so many times, you can have a little bit of a sense of, can we play somebody else? And now the Moccasins coming in for the first of 4 games before the regular season ends.
I mean, the other choice is that you take a lot of road trips up to Michigan and New York, and so you got to realize it's kind of that way. And the guys at the end of the year on the bus mileage, they'll be thankful that they played those Rock Lobsters a bunch of times.
Let's keep it down south for sure. As a Let's Go Dragons comes from the crowd, here is Scott Doherty, number 13, near wing. Doherty out of Oakville, Ontario, playing in his 75th pro game tonight. The pass across for him off of the stick of Justin Somero, that was closed off, so Ryan Galvin will peel back to the neutral zone. Doherty at the wall will lay it softly. Galvin, the forward out of Atlanta, Georgia, in on the forecheck. Alongside him is his line mate in Alexander Jemayev. Jemayev, who has the puck come to him right now, scored on Saturday afternoon in Athens as he comes together with a moccasin. The sound after that hit reverberated around the rink.
That one, too.
As here's another chance. There's a pad save made by Babin. That was Brad Sommers, the newest moccasin. He wears number 13, and really, at least 4 to 5 new faces for the Moccasins since the last time the River Dragons saw them, which was only on March the 7th.
It's that time. You get Division II in hockey, and teams getting, guys getting, their chance to get their feet wet in the pro level.
Here's Jared Christie, number 5. His shot, well, his stick betrayed him. So Tyler Barrow will try and take advantage of that. Barrow wears number 8, tied for the league lead in goals with 38. His chance thwarted, and the Moccasins play the puck to the neutral zone. And getting a touch on the puck for the first time in his professional career, that's Nathaniel Mott, who wears number 74. Congratulations, Nathaniel. Storjahan, Barrow shoots. Deflects off of the stick of Matcham. From the far side corner to the near side boards. Colton to the bottom of the circle, Wickline, Mott shoots! And Masternak kicked it away with authority. Mott's got it again. Calling for it is Colton, but he'll have to back up. He backs up, receives the pass from the forward. That was Storjahan. Nothing got through to Masternak. How about this shift here, though, from the River Dragons? It's that first line wrecking havoc. And Nathaniel Mott in his professional debut already making things happen. Mott will back up and defend as Douglas McGuire will get it deep behind Babin. It takes a funny bounce off of the end boards where Fortin had it for a moment, and now Hagen Moe hot after the biscuit. Nice job, though, by Nathaniel Mott. He's a steady presence on the blue line. It's only my first shift watching him, but even during practice, you can tell that he keeps things calm back there. So here's Ryan Hunter, below the goal line. He'll take a hit to make a play. Brad Fortin, he's got it, left wing corner. He centers, Hunter, you bet! How about that deceptive dish from Brad Fortin? Get out of here with that one.
Just a nice little deke to get him out, to get the pass to him, and Hunter's able to just pull the trigger. We talked a little bit about him being a little cool lately, a little bit cool. Well, guess what happened? He just got red hot.
He's
right
hot.
there. He put the first goal in, and that the River Dragons take the first lead of this game.
Ryan Hunter, number 88, he has now scored his 34th goal of the season. He has 59 points. Enter tonight's game 6th in the FPHL in goals. I cannot get enough of that pass. Wow.
That's the way you do it.
Brad Fortin. I see you. We see you. Kyle Moore, right wing side. He will flip it for an oncoming Brody Thornton. Behind the net, it comes dangerously close to Masternak. Somero cannot hold it in at the line. A backhander into the catching glove of Babin. 5-10 into the first. Before we send it to a commercial timeout, I'd be remiss if I did not mention that the first period of River Dragons hockey proudly brought to you by our friends over at Chick-fil-A in Midland. We'll see you in 60.
Dad, are we there yet?
Not even close.
Sweet.
Have we gone too far? Maybe, but life's too short not to.
The Subaru Forester Hybrid, 581 miles per tank. Love goes the extra mile.
The shot's on goal, 2-2. The goal's 1-0 in favor of the good guys. Ryan Hunter, when he gets the puck in that spot, he does not miss.
No, just perfectly. The whole play in that thing, the cherry on the sundae was the pass. The finish by Hunter, certainly, but the pass to set him up was just gorgeous.
That may be the best pass I've seen all season from a River Dragon. Seriously. That was unreal. And if that is a taste of what River Dragons fans are going to get watching Brad Fortin, well, we're in for a treat, aren't we, Mike?
Absolutely.
Here's Ben Stefanini. He will hop his way down the left wing. I met Ben's parents today, right outside of the Civic Center. Very nice people. He falls down, though, and he will chase after his former teammates on the rush. This is Matcham. He tries to go skate the stick, but Kirk Underwood, the captain, will whack it only as far as Aspen, closing things up. Trevor Babin.
Good support by the forwards coming back. You know, that's one thing I really, looked at that Athens game that I saw, and what I'm seeing here in the beginning of this game, skating. Guys are keeping their feet moving. They're coming back. As you saw there, we had our forwards were all back in position. No rebound, thankfully. But even if there was, we had the puck surrounded. And I've been watching the River Dragons over that Athens matchup, and then, of course, this start of this game. Moving very well.
Trevor Babin in Athens on Saturday made 37 saves on 38 shots. He was on it. Here's Tyler Barrow. High slot. An intercept from the stay-at-home defenseman. It's Jamie Dorsey, who wears number 18. Dorsey gets ridden into the far corner boards. Barrow, how about that nifty between-the-legs pass to lead Storjahan and Wickline up the ice. Storjahan left it behind, and the Moccasins will take possession in. This is number 47 for Monroe. Austin Pick, his wrister, hits the glass. Josh Colton, the blue liner out of Los Angeles, California, will go from the right wing corner to the left wing corner. It comes back to him behind the net. He'll go back to the near side boards for Barrow. Barrow makes the smart play. The flip from Storjahan will allow at least 1/3 of his line to go off. Make it 2/3 as both Storjahan and Barrow get a seat. Now all three players taking a seat on the bench and a fresh group of troops. Colton will boot it up the far wing. Here is Christie. He'll shoot. That takes a tip. Kyle Moore did not play Saturday afternoon in Athens. He's back tonight. He throws a couple of bumps onto Brad Sommers. Welcome to professional hockey, Brad. Ilott, goal line. He receives a return feed. Gerstein, the pest of the game, is waiting at the bottom of the left circle for a pass if it comes. Babin makes a stop through traffic as here come the Moccasins now. Ilott has to contend with Colton. Moore, tape to tape. Fortin to the net. Masternak shuts it down.
Wow.
Brad Fortin, he's explosive, isn't he?
Certainly is. Boy, he just turned it on. Just that little afterburner that came on right when he got to the circle, and he got a good chance in front of the net.
Brad Fortin out of Langley, British Columbia, is a dangerous look in front of Babin. Cleaned up for the moment. Here is Mo, and that's pushed aside with authority from Babin. He makes a follow-up save, too. The Moccasins, uber aggressive here in the offensive zone. That's McGuire, who's all the way in deep. Can Jemayev take advantage? He'll get a lift on the puck and allow Stefanini to chase after Matthews. Matthews will chop it, but only as far as Jemayev. The River Dragons should be onside now. Well, I guess they didn't get back over the blue line in the nick of time.
Well, you are talking about the Moccasins being aggressive. I think a little bit overly aggressive. They're one step. They're a half step of giving away some breaks because they're pinching in so deep. You got 3 forwards behind the goal line. If you get possession of that puck, that just leaves numbers going your way. So sometimes it's great to be aggressive, but there's a thing called too aggressive, especially a team like the River Dragons that have explosive players.
They will make you pay. And some explosive players on the ice right now. Alex Storjahan, the all-time leader in goals scored in franchise history. He'll go tape to tape for Barrow. His shot deflects off of a twig. Kirk Underwood gets ridden into the far corner. Wickline and Barrow join. Here's Storjahan. He shoots. That hit a body. Balkwill will try and one-hand it to himself. And how about that play from Balkwill? Just push it to the neutral zone wall, back it up for Underwood, and allow his team to get his own exit, which they get right now.
Makes a nice safe play using his body. Protect the puck. Make sure you don't get it where it turns over for a breakaway.
The goal for the River Dragons was scored at 4 minutes and 41 seconds of the first period and at even strength. It's Ryan Hunter, number 88. For Hunter, that is his 34th goal of the season, assisted by Brad Fortin. Fortin tonight, once again, his second professional game as Babin makes a decisive denial onto a Moccasin.
Christie with a bid there.
Christie scored the last time the Moccasins were here. Gerstein the best of the game. Matthews the slapper. That's a lost start in today's game. Babin makes sure to get a piece of that. Matthews will try again. It'll be a wrister this time that hits the shaft of Babin's stick. Babin makes another save as Christie continues to be a pest in front of the net.
Yeah, just setting himself up right in the slot for those shots, redirects.
On the ice for the River Dragons, Brad Fortin, Kyle Moore, and Ryan Hunter. As Moore brought down, that is an offensive zone penalty taken by the Moccasins.
And if you're smart, you stay away from them. You get your 2-minute man advantage. I think they tangled up a little bit in the corner, and he's definitely not happy about getting that call.
I believe Kyle Moore was telling Casey Gerstein to keep crying a little bit. We'll be right back.
Every day we're on the road, dedicated to servicing our community and neighbors. At Air Force Heating and Air, we're committed to your family's comfort all year round. Whether you need repairs, maintenance, or new system installation, the Air Force team is here for you, residential and commercial. Plus, we offer duct cleaning and sealant services, air quality and virus protection, and plumbing. Call Air Force Heating and Air today. Serving you is our top priority.
Oh my cheese. The new OM cheeseburger from Applebee's. We took our juicy all-beef patty, melty American cheese, crispy applewood smoked bacon, spicy honey mustard, and fries, and put it on a sizzling skillet of cheese. So push the cheese, pull the cheese, love the cheese. Too much cheese? Never. Applebee's new OM cheeseburger for $11.99, also on our 2 for $25 menu.
How about that as a jinx to naming the pest of the game? Casey Gerstein, he's now in the box.
2 minutes for, I believe it was tripping.
2 minutes for you can't do that. We'll see exactly what it is. Casey Gerstein, number 71, is sitting in the box. 2 minutes for cross-checking. Ryan Hunter leads the league with 16 power play goals. And, well, Masternak's stick came between Hunter and 17.
We're not calling hooks early. That's a nice hip check. I don't care what team you're for. That was a perfect old-school hip check.
And do we have a call? We have a trip.
Was he going for the knee on that?
Are they grabbing the Moccasins here for that hip check you were talking about?
I mean, I think it was a clean hip check. I mean, if he's on the ice, so I don't know how low it was.
I don't think Carlos Forneris necessarily agrees either, but suddenly the River Dragons power play, which operates at 26%, will now be at a 5-on-3 advantage.
5-on-3. One bad thing about a 5-on-3, you get it this way, hopefully you score early.
Alex Storjahan can net his 100th goal as a River Dragon here. Kirk Underwood, playing in his 234th game as a Dragon, can score on a night where he makes franchise history. Tyler Barrow, Ryan Hunter, Cody Wickline. Hunter already with a goal tonight. Barrow on an 18-game point streak. Hunter, one-timer, save Masternak, rebound! 100 goals for Alex Storjahan!
He finally made it, got his mark right there, and a power play goal on a 5-on-3, and guess what? Still got the power play for a minute 31 remaining on the 5-on-4 now. How about that? History.
Number 4 has joined the triple-digit club. He's lit the lamp 100 times. As a professional hockey player, every single one of them with the Dragons.
How about that, huh? No other goals with any other pro team. That's it.
What a milestone moment. Selfishly, I got to call Alex Storjahan's games in college when he played at SUNY Cortland.
I think they just dealt with the puck. I was hoping they would do that. They just gave him the puck, went in the back pocket of the trainer. You know where that's going, on somebody's mantle.
100%. The River Dragons, as Mike mentioned, still on the power play. They have 70 ticks on it. The River Dragons now ahead by 2 as Jemayev goes sliding. Kyle Moore will feed Jemayev, who's now back up to his skates. Brody Thornton, Alexander Jemayev, mid-slot. He'll dish it back. Colton to Thornton. Thornton, Colton, the blast! Pad save. Colton's got it back. Kyle Moore, the dangle. He's got Pick all over him, and Pick inadvertently will airlift the biscuit into the bench and hit his own teammates.
He makes that play. It's wide open. That's a 5-on-3 again, going inside, unfortunately. Got tipped away and knocked out of the zone, into the bench.
The second goal for the River Dragons scored on the power play at 11-12. Alex Storjahan, number 4, assisted by Cody Wickline, number 10, and Ryan Hunter, number 88. So Storjahan now has an 18-game point streak, 100 career goals. He surpassed his career high in points in a single season with his second goal at Athens on Saturday, when he had 68 points in 55 games during the 2022-23 season. That goal, his 70th. As Jemayev, stop by Masternak. Here's Thornton, he hit the post.
Wow.
Columbus still on the Public's power play for 15 seconds. Jemayev calls for it. Colton is loaded up. Jemayev will go down the wall for Thornton. Colton's still ready for a one-timer if the pass comes to him. Thornton takes the shot instead. It took a couple of deflections. Missed high over Masternak. Out of the box is Forneris. A rink-wide pass. They try to go to the back door where Thornton was standing. The puck never got there. Some tired players still on the ice for the Moccasins. So if the River Dragons can get it deep, they still might have a chance to score a goal. But aggressive at the blue line is Forneris, who just came out of the box. That will allow Matthews to go D to D. Forneris gets the puck. And up the left wing side, Jared Christie will dump it down. It hits the end boards behind Babin. Brody Thornton picks it up. Ryan Galvin outside of the red line. He'll sweep it. And Scott Doherty will dump it down onto the goaltender for Monroe. For Alex Storjahan this season, that was his 25th goal. As a shot from a sharp angle, that's stopped by Babin. That was number 11, Caden Eilot. Doherty at the boards receives support in Galvin. How about that hit from Stefanini onto Eilot? But Eilot made the play. Here's Mo with Turner. Mo, high slot is ripped. Hit the glass. Nice job by Galvin there, the centerman, to body off the oncoming attacker. The River Dragons ain't only able to get it out as far as center, where the Moccasins will ring it right back in. The shot's 8-7 Monroe. The goal's 2-0 in favor of the home side. Galvin's got it in the neutral zone. And he'll utilize the high glass.
No.
And Masternak said that puck went out of play, and, well, the officials obliged.
No, they're calling icing on that.
Oh,
I
they're
thought
calling
that was
icing.
off a deflection.
Excuse me, it's an icing.
Well, one thing that I just really got to make a note of, and it's something it's fundamental in hockey. The more guys you have in your zone defending, the better chance you have of defending. And the River Dragons are just doing an outstanding job, not only for that, but for their breakout. Many options to have.
Matcham shoots, Babin shuts it down. Continue what you were saying.
Well, they have a lot more options to get the puck out with less danger of turning it over with not the numbers that you need. And I'm just noticing that's something that Jerome Bouchard has had to, because I've seen that happen in Athens, and it's happening right now, and it's showing defensively.
Director of Scouting for the River Dragons, Brent Clark, is in the building tonight, and the controlled breakouts, that's a point of emphasis. It's interesting to see that hopefully some of the other fans, noticed the adjustments being made in real time.
Oh, yeah.
From the River Dragons, not just tonight, but Saturday afternoon as well, where they took down the division leader by 4 goals. As we have a penalty taken on both teams, I think.
Tit for tat, I believe.
Barrow goes off for the River Dragons, and Ethan Matcham, the defenseman for the Moccasins. Ladies and gentlemen, and everybody watching, coming your way,
Is there any way we can
4-on-4 hockey.
Any way we can make a memo to the head of officials to have the
Add a couple extra goals for the River Dragons at the end of the night?
No, have the
I tried that already.
Have the referees go back to the way hockey used to be, with showing the hand signals for penalties, so that the broadcasters can get them before the announcer waits 30 seconds after the penalty.
It would be nice. Something the broadcaster appreciates, for sure.
I think it's tit for tat, but anyways, to make a long story short, it's 4-on-4 hockey.
I'm going to say roughing. Roughing. Oh, look at that. Come on. It's almost as if I've called 200-plus games.
That's it. Who needs them hand signals when we got Liam in the boot?
And Mike Vee. Come on now. Don't discredit yourself. Tomorrow, turn back the clock night. Great night to have Mike Vee in the booth as a glove save made by Babin, 26 seconds into the 4-on-4. Let's head to immediate timeout. We're 15 minutes and 5 seconds into the game. The River Dragons lead 2-0. The goals, Ryan Hunter and Alex Storjahan.
Dad, are we there yet?
Not even close.
Sweet.
Have we gone too far? Maybe, but life's too short not to.
The Subaru Forester Hybrid, 581 miles per tank. Love goes the extra mile.
.92 seconds remains on the 4-on-4. In the box is Tyler Barrow and Ethan Matcham. The River Dragons without their leading point producer. The Moccasins without a top 4 defenseman.
1:34 remaining on the 4-on-4. Little open ice out there for guys.
Brad Fortin takes the draw. And he wins the puck back. How about that stretch pass from Colton? Off to the races, Ryan Hunter, and Masternak shut down the 5-hole.
Like I say, a lot of open ice, particularly for speedy skaters out there. And you see Hunter gets himself a nice lead pass out of the zone, bails in just a little bit, maybe off center coming in. But he's able to get a pretty good shot off, but Masternak makes the stop and holds on with no rebound.
No rebound is the key. The goaltenders, well, Trevor Babin has made 11 saves on 11 shots. Masternak 6 for 8. As Gerstein, the pest of the game, misses high blocker. Fornaris, he'll pull up left wing side, switch places with the blue liner Asp, who goes to the net. Gerstein knocks it down on his forehand. His pass, right into the grasp of Brad Fortin. Here comes number 61. He'll slip a soft pass for an incoming Hunter. Man, I thought there was nothing there, and Fortin still found the passing lane. Christie will fire from the left wing. Babin makes that save. Here's a one-timer from Matthews. That hit a body. The puck moved along from left to right, scooped up by Monroe. Matthews waiting for a pass at the blue line, but instead the shot comes from Christie. It hit a River Dragon, and the Moccasins not afraid to play a little bit of keep away here. Of course, when you're skating four aside, puck possession important.
And turnovers not good for you.
And the Moccasins do exactly that. Jemayev in a tight area onto the tape of Moore. He'll now wait at the blue line, create some separation, and test Masternak.
That was a tester from the blue line, wasn't it?
It certainly was. And Masternak allowed a juicy rebound. Biggie would be proud, as there's a dangle and a goal. Oh my goodness.
That's a highlighter. There's a top 10 for the FPHL tonight, no doubt about it. Just came in and went to his backhand and top shelved it.
That's Ballant.
Andrew Ballant, 5'11", 195, and got himself a dandy goal there, and now it's 2-1.
That's a 4-game goal streak for Andrew Ballant, dating back to March the 17th at Athens. Out of Clarkson, Michigan, 43rd game of the season tonight. His 23rd goal. And the 4-on-4 can either benefit you or...
It's a double-edged sword, isn't it?
It certainly is a double-edged sword. Here's Tyler Barrow out of the box into the play, but he leaves the puck behind him. This is Fornaris. He'll flip the puck up ahead. Frankel takes a hit. That's Isaiah Frankel wearing number 94. That is yet another fresh face for the Moccasins. It's like they're just switching up their entire roster with the chance to sign some collegiate talent.
It's a good time to get a good look. They've got themselves in a position where...
Kirk Underwood in his 234th game, Masternak makes the save. That was a rolling puck that
yeah, it was. He didn't
Kirk had trouble knocking down, and he ran out of real estate. Still made something happen, though, and forced the goaltender to make a save.
One thing about the younger players right now, with the Moccasins in the position that they're in second place, more than likely will finish the season in second place, probably. Get an opportunity to look at some guys.
McGuire makes a save, McGuire shoots, and Babin makes a save onto him. But I find it interesting that you change that much of your roster with the playoffs imminent.
Well,
just makes me raise an eyebrow. The River Dragons have signed collegiate talent, but not this much.
Sometimes it's recommendations, players that know other players, chemistry between them. You know, recommending it to the coach, to the general manager.
I wonder if that's an indication of the confidence that the coaching staff has in this current group.
You never know.
You never know, right? Or maybe is that me just trying to play some mind games ahead of a playoff series? You never know. As Stefanini, the former Moccasin, to the back door, Doherty was waiting to the glove side of Masternak for a tip that never came. Meanwhile, Turner, that was Gerstein, 71, not 7. Puck in the slot. The River Dragons have to be ready here. And that was just a whack from Asp, but Babin settled down in the breadbasket.
He didn't get that much wood on it. He would like to have that over again, but fortunately enough for Babin, he was able to get it to floater and just tie it up. One thing that's happening here, and I've seen it now 3 times at least, is we're getting we're allowing players to make moves on us. Instead of taking the body, we're going for the puck. And that's allowing guys to make a shift. And if you're a pretty talented stick handler and somebody's not taking the body, you put that puck where you want it. Next thing you know, you're in on the goaltender alone. Play the body a little bit, especially up there in the slot.
River Dragons do just that. Kyle Moore will chip it out of the zone. Here's Hunter with Fortin. Hunter, Fortin scores!
Man.
Grab that puck! Brad Fortin has his first professional goal!
Talk about immediate impact here at the Columbus Civic Center with Thornton coming in. Boy,
this guy's a stud!
I mean, and he's hooked up with Hunter, who just put a dandy of a pass over on his stick. And if you're going to get your first goal, that's a beauty to get. You get fed by a guy like Hunter, because I'm sure Massenek, if you got Hunter on one side, I don't know if he knows anything about Thornton, probably not. But the fact is, he knows who Hunter is. Probably thinking Hunter's going to shoot, and he just dangles it over to the far side. And he just buries it in the open net.
He can dish it, and he can rip it. Brad Fortin has made this a 3-1 River Dragon lead.
That's a big goal to get here towards the end of the period. Stop that momentum for Monroe.
And that just goes to show you that perhaps you don't need 6, 7 players from the collegiate ranks. Maybe you just need 1 or 2 that make an immediate impact. And well, Nathaniel Mott and Brad Fortin, now River Dragons, as, whoa, Monroe. Babin saves the day again. They don't call him the Dark Knight for no reason.
No, and he's playing a strong game right now. He's made a couple of saves in there. One pad save that I know that thought it was going to be a goal, and he just flashed it out, and that was on one of those quick little break-ins. Right then again, you got another Moccasin almost just able to get the shot off and nobody on him.
The goal for the River Dragons, the third goal, scored at 18:57. Brad Fortin, number 61, his first professional goal, assisted by Ryan Hunter and Kyle Moore. So Ryan Hunter with a 2-point period. Alex Storjahan has scored his 100th goal in his professional career, all as a River Dragon. Fortin has a 2-point period, and Trevor Babin has made 16 saves on 17 shots. 3-1, the River Dragons ahead of the Moccasins after 20.
Big third goal for the River Dragons. As I said, Moccasins got a little momentum on their goal, and then right there at the end of the period with 53 seconds left in the period, he able to bury one on a beauty with Thornton again, just getting his first goal, and of course fed by Hunter. How about that Hunter period? Pretty good period for Hunter, wouldn't you say?
Ryan Hunter, Brad Fortin developing some solid chemistry. We're going to send it to a commercial break. Then when we come back, Liam G and Mike V will recap the hockey game. Up to this point, Columbus up by 2 goals.
It doesn't get an off day, does it?
Neither do the standards. Getting here is part of the job.
Staying ready is the rest. Ice looks good today.
Doesn't matter if it's the road, the rink, or the grind. You need something that shows up every time.
Longevity?
Season after season. Mileage? All day, every day.
Kind of young sung hero, huh?
Same reason people trust us. Toyota, reliable wherever the grind takes you.
A warm welcome back inside of the broadcast booth. My name is Liam Gotimer. Alongside me is Mike Vee. The River Dragons have a 3-1 lead after the opening 20 minutes of play. They were off and running early, Mike. Ryan Hunter, after one of the best passes perhaps we will see all season from Brad Fortin.
Yeah, I mean, and throwing the puck to him, and he just pulled the trigger, and off to the races went the the River Dragons getting their first goal, a very important goal against a team that you know you're going to have to put some goals up because they're that type of a team, the Moccasins.
Moccasins entering tonight's game average 5.0 goals for per game. That's towards the top of the Federal Prospects Hockey League. And Ryan Hunter, well, he buried the biscuit after a tape-to-tape pass from Brad Fortin.
Yep, great shot as he always has. Plus, as we said, you know, might have been cooling off a little bit. What better way to get this weekend rolling? We get in the first goal, and of course he's also figured in another goal in a pretty nice way.
Absolutely. The River Dragons would take a 2-0 lead at 11-12 due to a power play goal. It would be Casey Gerstein, the pest of the game, who went to the box for a cross-checking minor. It's almost as if I placed Casey Gerstein as the pest of the game just so he would take a penalty in the first period. And there you go. The River Dragons score a power play goal. No, just kidding, of course. Alex Storjahan, number 4, he finds the back of the net. That is 100th as a River Dragon, assisted by Cody Wickline and Ryan Hunter. This is just the River Dragons getting the puck to the net and crashing the cage.
You got some milestones today. Some guys getting some records and some milestones that reach in their career. I got a guy that scored his first goal and et cetera. But, you know, on that particular 5-on-3, I know that there's going to be a little bit of probably Russ on the other side over there is not going to be too happy about that call. I'm pretty sure he's not going to be. But the 5-on-3 certainly aided the River Dragons, and they were able to get that. And the good thing about the 5-on-3 that I noticed as well, they were patient. They weren't rushing. And you know, and sometimes the guys want to get had plenty of time. I think they had about 1 minute and 34 seconds of 5-on-3. They were able to take their time and then ultimately get paid off on it.
And how about the River Dragons applying enough pressure during the early portions of the first power play to be able to draw that second penalty from Fornaris? Then they were able to skate 5-on-3. And, well, when you have the cast of characters the River Dragons can put out there on a 5-on-3, puck's probably going into the net.
I mean, their power play is just, it's extraordinary. Their power play 5-on-4, never mind 5-on-3. It's almost a given you're going to get one there. And, of course, they were able to get it, and exactly what they needed to get the 2-0 lead.
Then Andrew Ballant at 16:39 from Kyler Matthews. I mean, that was a highlight reel tally from number 12.
Well, I mean, the pass is one of the things that you got to look at. That, you know, you get to get set up, and you got a guy like Hunter that can shoot, and you know he can bury the puck. But you also got a guy that's coming in on the wing, and Hunter, as good as he is with a shot out of his peripheral, sees the other player on the other side. Not a hard decision, but put a fine tape-to-tape pass, and he was able to just put it in the net.
That was on Fortin's goal. Ballant, that was a highlight reel tally for Monroe. As you mentioned there, Mike, Fortin would score. That's okay.
I put the cart in front of the horse. That was my bad. I'm sorry. We were talking about the
No,
Moccasins.
you're good.
And you are correct. That was a fantastic goal. That was a highlight goal. That's a reel that you'll see. You would see if it was the NHL. You would see that on ESPN, no doubt.
Unfortunately, you would. As Mike said, though, Brad Fortin would score his first professional goal at 18:57, and this was the vision from Ryan Hunter, who broke out with Fortin. And man, oh man, first it was Fortin setting up Hunter, and then the third and final goal of the period, it was Hunter setting up Fortin.
Yeah, well, I mean, look, you got speed on both sides too, and that's something else we noticed with Fortin, that he's got speed. He's got some afterburner speed. He's able to get ahead of the play. He's able to set up the play. He's able to pass. I really like this kid. Taking a look at him for a kid right out of college to come out here in this league right now, showing off what he has in this first period. Certainly great. Certainly a great look. That I'm sure Jerome Bouchard's pretty happy the way that youngsters performed here in the first period.
Let's talk a little bit about Brad Fortin. 24 years old, out of Langley, British Columbia. 6'1". He weighs 200 pounds. And he played 4 seasons at the University of Jamestown. That's ACHA hockey. But he was the leading point producer, and he, again, made his mark at that level, and he's doing the same here in the Federal Prospects Hockey League.
You stick 4 years with a program, and you've got the records that he has over there at that school, and then you come over there, living the dream. 24 years old, still has time. You never know in this particular. And right now, talent-wise, I mean, I mean, he's as good as any other winger I've seen in this league, and he's brand new that I've seen. So, matter of fact, probably better than a lot of that I've seen in this league.
Certainly. Brad Fortin, 6'1". He brings some size to the table. He's playing in his second professional game, a 2-point period for number 61. before we let you go, let's talk about the goaltenders, Mike. And, well, Trevor Babin, despite the River Dragons having a 3-1 lead, I would argue that Trevor Babin, one of the most important players for Columbus in that frame, he made 16 saves.
Well, I mean, of those 16 saves, I'm going to say 5 of them were in alone on him. Where I mean, he's had, you know, he's had his defense has at times given up some plays that they maybe again take the body instead of trying to dangle the puck or try to get to the puck, and they've walked in on him, and Babin, all but one, was able to shut the door. So, outstanding period for Babin as always.
On the
By
other
the way, I love that little walk that you had on the Riverwalk. I finally got to see the conclusion of your Babin on the Riverwalk. That I thought that was great.
He compared me to a white Volkswagen Tiguan. I told him to compare me to a car, and you know, all right, that's interesting. You know, super efficient. You know, has some great mileage. You need that these days.
Sure.
You know, the prices at the gas pump kind of going up a little bit. Anyway, back to hockey.
It's better than comparing me. He'd probably have me with Town and Country. So. You know.
Oh, okay. Yeah, there you go. I like that a lot. Tyler Masternak made 8 saves on 11 shots. There's 10 minutes and 25 seconds on the intermission clock. Let's send it to a commercial timeout. Then when we come back, we'll take a drive around the Federal Prospects Hockey League.
The difference with Beam isn't just speed, it's service that you can count on. And when you call, you'll reach real people who live right here. And when you connect, you'll feel the reliability that makes Beam stand out. Now whether it's working from home, streaming your favorites, or keeping up with everyday life, Beam keeps it all running smoothly. And right now, get our 1 gig plan for just $60 a month for your first 3 months. Fast, dependable, and local. Beam Broadband, connection you can count on.
An orthopedic injury doesn't mean you have to spend hours in the ER. Houston Urgent Ortho now offers orthopedic urgent care 6 days a week. At Houston Urgent Ortho, see an orthopedic specialist for your fracture, sprain, strain, or pain. Everything you need for your orthopedic injury is here, because orthopedics is all we do. Go straight to the specialist. Go to Houston Urgent Ortho.
You're not the only one, but this can be heavy.
8 minutes, 45 seconds on the clock. That's how long until the puck will drop on the second period. Here's the out-of-town scoreboard, brought to you by our friends over at Zelmo's Zip-In. Our first stop on our drive is Binghamton. That game in the second period, the Hat-Tricks and the Black Bears tied at 0. Interesting to not see Binghamton ahead in that game, despite being on home ice. We will now shift to the Watertown Wolves taking on the Port Huron Prowlers. Mike, well, tough night to be a Wolf. 6-0, Port Huron on home ice, that game in the second period.
Ooh. The Wolves are howling, but not for good.
This game's super important, though. If the Blue Ridge Bobcats were to win this game against the PD Ice Cats and the score is to hold here in Columbus, the River Dragons will be locked in to third place in the Continental Division, meaning not locked in. They cannot fall below third. They still could jump up to second, but their floor would be third place.
You know, we talked about that earlier, and 4 games with Monroe.
Yep. 15-point separation in the standings right now.
It looks on it, when you look at it, you're like, we pretty much pretty sure where you're going to be, but you never know. And then you brought it up to me. 4 games, and the remainder of their games are against Athens.
The Moccasins have 8 games, including tonight. 4 against the River Dragons, 4 against the Athens Rock Lobsters.
I mean, look, you got some new kids in the lineup. You got some things that are happening. You just never know. But in that situation, it would certainly be a remarkable story if the River Dragons could overtake the Moccasins. But they have a lot of the destiny at least is in their hands. It's not in everybody else's hands.
Unfortunately, we do have a live update. The PD Ice Cats have taken a 2-1 lead in that game.
That's
so
early. It's early.
It's early. That game's still in the first period. Blue Ridge has been playing well on home ice. Let's shift from the Bobcats and the Ice Cats to the aforementioned Athens Rock Lobsters. They lost 5-1 to the River Dragons last Saturday. They're on the road in Winston-Salem taking on the Twin City Thunderbirds. They're ahead 2-1. That's the Gus Ford return. I know he's already been back to Twin City, but he's back there again as a member of the Rock Lobsters for a second time.
Have gun will travel, so to speak, and now he's over at in Athens doing his thing. I watched him skate, and I think the River Dragons did an outstanding job in keeping him out of the equation.
He's an opportunistic player, right? Yeah. He just hovers around in the neutral zone, and you forget about him for a moment, and then, oh, there he is. He slips by the defense, and he scores, But really, you're able to just tame him, for the early portion of the game. Gives you a good chance of shutting him down for the rest of the night.
The veteran players just kind of know how to make themselves disappear and then reappear.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And
that's Gus Ford,
right? And that keeps you around in hockey a long time because you're not out there doing the things that younger guys do because you simply can't. It's just that you've got the ability mentally to be able to get yourself in position, which is the big thing in hockey. Be in that position and have your players know, hey, in a certain situation, I'm going to be at that post, or I'm always going to be there. Just feed me and I'm there. And a guy like Ford, who has the skills, can answer that call.
He did not answer the call, though, on Saturday in Athens. He did not look like himself. Well, thanks in large part to the River Dragons, who gave Athens no room to move on the offensive side of the puck outside of just one goal that came 19 seconds into the second period when Garrett Milan got lost in coverage. Outside of that, it was all River Dragons. To continue our drive around the Federal Prospects Hockey Week, we will now go to Columbus, Indiana, where the Sentinels are taking on the Scarecrows. It's 1-1. And one final game to tell you all about. It's the Baton Rouge Zydeco taking on the Biloxi Breakers. That game's scoreless in the first period. Thank you, as always, to our friends over at Zelmo Zippin for our out-of-town scoreboard. And now we'll take a look around the League 4 standings. And, Mike, this is where we will get the understanding of where the River Dragons are. They're 15 points behind the Moccasins. They have 6 games left, including tonight. 4 against Monroe, 2 right here in Columbus, including tonight, 2 on the Bayou, and then 2 right back here against the PD Ice Cats to close the regular season on April the 10th and April the 11th.
Well, again, 15 points up on PD, not really looking over your shoulder that much. I think the one team that's looking over their shoulder that might have to worry because they're playing them head-to-head, like you said, 4 times, is Athens. That's almost a mini playoff series right there, right at the end of the season. So, and they're only 5 points out. So I mean, every game there. Now this game here, you could break some hearts in Monroe tonight with a win, and then hopefully on the next game and the next game and the next game after that. But the fact of the matter is
and the next game and the next game.
You do have that many games, and then you have the Athens Moccasins story, which would be interesting to see how it all works out as it flies. Maybe Columbus can break hearts though, and just help out Athens a lot.
I think there are some hearts to be broken, for sure. We'll see if the River Dragons do just that. The PD Ice Cats are in 4th place. They hold on to the 4th and final playoff spot in the Continental. Twin City, Baton Rouge, and Biloxi in 5th, 6th, and 7th. Shifting over to the Empire, well, the Binghamton Black Bears, they can sell the bus. And then,
they could walk to the game.
Yeah, they could walk to the game. They'll be just fine. They have 128 points. That is, quick math, here we go. That is, 34 points behind the Binghamton Black Bears. Yes? Yes. The Blue Ridge Bobcats are in 3rd. Topeka is in 4th. Blue Ridge, over the last couple of weeks, they have eliminated that separation between themselves and the Topeka Scarecrows. It's now 5 points.
Yeah, 5 points. And Danbury, falling by the wayside. Their season's about to end, at the end of the season if they don't get on the stick and get lucky here. And, it's interesting, on that side. On that side there, you get the playoffs, and anything can happen in the playoffs. But, my God, Binghamton, if you want to talk about a team that's just kind of steamrolling the division, so to speak, and the league for that matter.
We'll see Who has a date with the Binghamton Black Bears in the Commissioner's Cup Finals? I know, awfully bold to call it before the playoffs even begin, right? Well, I don't think anybody's touching Binghamton in the Empire. I just don't think so.
My money's on there, but the only trouble is you'll actually have to give change when you get paid off at the window because the odds would be so out of favor.
Yeah, right? That's funny. What are those odds? Here they are, the Columbus River Dragons back out for the start of the second period. We're 65 seconds away, Mike.
Little late entrance by the Moccasins.
You think that the head coach, Russ Perrant, and assistant coach Jake Krupp had a lot to say to their team? I think so.
Well, I mean, the Moccasins, did they play that bad of a period? A couple of defensive lapses, maybe.
Not that
maybe
bad.
A little bit over aggressive, but I certainly think the River Dragons just outskated them in that period.
Columbus certainly the more opportunistic team in that frame, despite getting outshot 17-11.
But we've seen before these Moccasins can light the lamp up, and we know there's a couple of players there. Christie's had a pretty good first period, and Forneas is one of those guys that can really make things happen too.
Carlos Forneas, all speed. You'll have to watch out for him. Between the two games already played here in Columbus between these two teams, Monroe has scored 11 combined goals. So they're right at their season's average. It's Brad Summers and Alex Storjahan at the center ice logo. The puck has been dropped. We are underway. This is Liam Gotimer saying, it's go time on the second period. On the ice for Columbus to open up the frame, in which they are skating at even strength, is Tyler Barrow, number 8, Alex Storjahan, number 4, Cody Wickline, number 10, and on defense, the captain, number 11, Kirk Underwood, playing alongside Nathan Balkwill. We have an icing on the River Dragons, 27 seconds into the period.
Once again, the Moccasins, they're not abandoning their game plan. They're super aggressive on the forecheck. And there was almost a turnover in front of the net. But the good thing about having numbers back in your zone, you got options. You can go left, you can go right, and then you had a defenseman behind you that was able to pick up that loose puck as opposed to it going on the stick and then having a shot on goal.
There's a clean draw win for Monroe, but it split the two players at the back. So Christie, he wears number 5. He'll lay it back for the defense. He leads the team with 31 goals. Sommers, rink wide. Misses number 18, Jamie Dorsey, who will now skate to the biscuit and roll it around again. Sommers ridden into by Fortin. He's doing it on both ends of the ice. Right point, it's kept in and moved on along. Sommers takes a hit this time from Underwood. He's been getting roughed up on this shift. Nathaniel Mott also there defending. The puck to the near wing. Not out. Gerstein. Pass from below the goal line, closed off by Underwood, who will hop around one. The River Dragons get it out to center, but Matcham stands his ground. That is an offside on the opponent. Brought to you by our friends over at Old School Barbershop. Do you need a little bit off your sides? Do you? Mike, do you? You do.
I looked in the mirror before I got here, being on TV tonight.
Yep.
And I was like, I really need to stop by there and get this trimmed over on the side, starting to go over the ear a little bit.
I need a little off my sides too, but just remember, if you plan on going to Old School Barbershop, which we would wholeheartedly recommend, appointments are required. Book online on Instagram, Facebook if you have that, or you can visit www.oldschoolbarbershop.com, shop spelled SHOPPE. Fortin driving to the net. That was a saucer pass from Moore. Mott will go D-to-D with Colton. River Dragons still without Mike Wynn, number 44. Wynn last played on March 7th. The club also without Skate Scaldi, Lucas Texmo, Yaroslav Yevdokimov. Skate Scaldi serving the final game of a 3-game suspension. It is a 4-game suspension. The River Dragons organization has added another game onto Scaldi's suspension. As Turner across the ice, that nearly pinballed into the net. There's a cross check to the back of Moore. He'll throw a slash onto a moccasin in retaliation. He didn't like that. That was McGuire. Moore in the same spot will try and shove it up the wall. And he does.
That's offside.
That's offside, though, on the Moccasins. As Galvin outside of the blue line got hit. The Moccasins touched the puck, and they had players inside of the zone.
That's guys doing what they need to do, using the body. They both teams using the body to their advantage there, and results in an offside in favor of the River Dragons.
The puck behind Masternak again. 8 saves on 11 shots for Tyler Masternak. Here's Brody Thornton. That was deflected by Doherty all the way up into the air.
Brody's got a shot from the point when he gets it on net. Always trouble. That one deflected before it got up to Masternak.
The faceoff will come to the stick side of Masternak. Tyler Masternak, number 35, out of Oshawa, Ontario. 14-4-3 entering tonight's game. A 2.71 goals against average and a .914 save percentage. Left-handed catching goaltender touches his glove to his paddle and waits for the puck to be dropped between the two number 71s, Jemayev and Gerstein. But we have another false start.
Third time's the charm.
Indeed it is. Jemayev wins it back. Somro will curl over to the left wing wall, I should say. Doherty takes a check in the far corner. The puck bounces at the far circle, and laying it up north will be Monroe, but the puck touched down by a high stick.
That's fortunate because
that would have been a 3-on-1.
Sure.
Yeah. I was like, thank you very much, Mr. Official. Appreciate that.
Plus you get to draw deep in their zone, so.
A new unit on the ice for the River Dragons, or a new player taking the faceoff, I should say. That was Galvin who took the draw, not Jemayev. That line still out there. Doherty, Galvin, and the aforementioned Jemayev. Jemayev on the hunt after the puck. He'll apply the pressure onto Eilot, but the puck does get to center, and now Gerstein will knock down an attempted zone exit from Somro, and wouldn't you know it, the Moccasins are set up in the offensive zone. Babin closed the pads on the shot from the outside, made a blocker save on the follow-up, and the puck went over Christie's twig.
Yes.
He was in prime position to score a goal.
Oh,
Somro on the backhand. He's got Thornton driving, and he whiffed.
Yeah, Thornton's all over the place.
Brody Thornton directing traffic. Doherty's still on the ice. He's caught inside the defensive zone. Fornaris tries to go across, but the reach of Jamie Dorsey, not enough to keep that puck in at the blue line. If you're just joining us, we're 4 minutes and 5 seconds into the second period. My name is Liam Gotimer. Alongside me is Mike Vee. Ballant already with a goal in this game. He had his stick tied up by the captain.
One way or another, get a piece of him. Don't let him dangle you.
Ballant, Fornaris, Wickline takes advantage of the turnover. How about that sauce for Barrow? Barrow, Storjahan missed. Blocker side, he hit the glass. Now the River Dragons are set up with their first line. Barrow, Storjahan, it hit a body. Barrow's got it again. Here we go. Barrow up the wall, quick shot, Underwood, deflected, saved by Masternak. Storjahan, Barrow, Wickline, denied. Man, you could feel it. Storjahan again. Wickline. Drag. Shoots. He missed high blocker. A goal's coming here. You can just sense it. Balkwill walks the line to the net. That takes a deflection. Barrow still on the ice. Balkwill on the backhand. Sent it high over the helmet of Masternak. Thornton overskated, and now the Moccasins will get out. How about that shift?
Yeah, I'll tell you what, that's pressure. That is just solid pressure. Great passing. How about this?
Thornton. The stretch, Moore, ding angles, cuts to the net, and Asp cross-checked him. No call. Moore makes the defensive recovery in the neutral zone. Asp will skate up with it anyway. The big-bodied blue liner from left to right, taken away. 2-on-1. Thornton and Moore. Thornton shoots. Masternak got his body to the biscuit. Ryan Hunter speeds his way down the right wing, and man, Masternak just got a piece. Here's Mott on the outside, and Masternak says my helmet is not fully on. Give me a break.
Did the puck hit him in the mask? Because I'm not aware of it if it did.
I mean, come on. We want the goaltender to be safe. That's important. But I would be remiss if I did not say the River Dragons had the Moccasins right back on their heels when the goaltender decided we need to stop play. We'll be right back. Hey there, my name is Liam G. Alongside me is Mike Vee. This is Hockey on the Chattahoochee. 13:57 to go in the second period. Columbus has a 3-1 advantage. Goals tonight from Ryan Hunter, Alex Torjahan, and Brad Fortin. Nathaniel Mott making his professional debut. Gloves the puck down. Mott wears number 74. He's out of Mississauga, Ontario, Canada. 6'2", 200 pounds. 36 games played with Adrian in ACHA hockey this year. 6 goals, 11 assists on the back end. As here is Kyler Matthews to the net. Whistles wide past the glove hand of Trevor Babin. Good neutral zone aggressiveness from Doherty. He'll glove the puck to himself and filter it below the goal line. The stuffing attempt from Jemayev. Masternak got over to the far post in time. So here's Fornaris. Stefanini was going off for a line change, thought about playing the puck. The Moccasin got there ahead of him, and that will allow Matthews to go rink wide with the puck. Gerstein reaches behind to attempt a shot. Nothing going on. Here comes Columbus. Doherty will poke check the puck through the leg of a Moccasin. That was picked. Just get it back into his possession. And he'll swipe it around the boards. Into the offensive zone goes Monroe. It's the line of Christie, Gerstein, and Pick. But Wickline will get to the puck first.
Did he touch it?
As he negated an icing. The puck does squeeze past the left point, though, so Brody Thornton will have to ring it in again. Match him. How about that play in the far corner to whack it out of midair despite a scintillating bounce off of the stanchion.
Oof.
Barrow takes a hit to make a play. Wickline shoots. Over the net it goes. Here's Fortin. He'll race over to the far corner. Drive from the blue. They score! Deflected in. Tyler Barrow.
Well, your big guys are getting the stick on the puck. That's a redirect by Barrow, and a nice shot coming in from the point. Masternak had no chance whatsoever on the redirect.
Can I say once again, Brad Fortin got to that puck in the far side corner. That's why that puck got to the line, and Tyler Barrow was able to gain body position. He displayed some excellent hand-eye coordination to tip that puck into the goal.
That's it. And one of the things you're seeing is hustle. Hustle into that puck. The little things, the fundamental things in hockey. It's funny when you get to this level, you think, hey, they all know fundamentals. It's easy for a team to fall out of fundamentals.
And Jay Krupp is livid right there on the bench of the Moccasins. That's the assistant coach. Former River Dragon. There he is. Russ Perrant not too happy either.
Well, I mean, your team's just gone down by 3 goals.
Yeah, I wouldn't be happy either. And look at Jay Krupp talking to his team. He is. Look at him right now. He's hot.
I think it's because of the icing. I think he didn't think his defenseman got back to the puck in time. And everything kind of started up on that preventing of icing. And it kept the possession in control with the River Dragons. And sometimes you're looking at your guy, you know your guys, and you know if you got bus legs and et cetera. We talk about that. It's tough to come into a building right off the bus from a long, and especially them about a 9-hour trip from there, depending on how many stops they make. But it is tough to get your team pumped up. In the first period, they had it taken away. The River Dragons were able to put the pressure on, and here in the second period, it's been nothing but pressure by the River Dragons. And I'll tell you what, passing is just exceptionally sharp tonight. Tape-to-tape passes. Just really kind of the story behind the story.
You know, I talk about the power of a good first pass in hockey. Even if it's from the defensive zone into the neutral zone. That just sets you up so well to just go onto the other end of the ice and score a goal. Passing, very underrated aspect, even if it's not in the offensive zone of what can lead to success.
Hey, you got to have a nice pass to get it out of your zone.
Here's the goal for the River Dragons. Brad Fortin again. Masternak doesn't know where the puck is. Oh my goodness. The River Dragons, I think, Mike, have found a gem in number 61. This is, I mean, he's worlds better than any Moccasin on the ice tonight, I'll tell you that.
He's been doing it up. You know, number 61.
I'm sorry?
Has there been the 61 number been used a lot here in the River Dragons history?
Have to find that out.
Because there is a very famous 61 that I remember.
Now the Moccasins, after a discussion from their assistant coach, will now try and take those lessons and put it into action. They're down 4-1. Here comes more for the River Dragons. It's Kyle. He misses the net. Balkwill, Moore, Eilot with 11:11 on the clock. Blunt, the only goal tonight for Monroe. Here's Sommers. He goes across. Babin slid way out of the crease. Still in position, and what a save made by the pad of Trevor Babin. But they score anyway. It's Blunt again.
Couldn't get it out of the zone. It just deflected out, and then quick shot, and that was that. But that was a great save by Babin. And also an opportunity to clear it, but just was able to bounce over a stick, and one thing leads to another, and that's now just a 2-goal lead for Columbus.
You got to see Jay Krupp and Russ Perrant talking to each other on the bench right now. They're like, see?
It worked.
Yeah, it worked.
It
see?
Worked. I told
They're
you.
the two happiest men in the building right
Yeah.
now. They almost gave each other a hug over there. They were so happy. Stefanini, left wing side, will get it down behind Masternak. So it's Blunt, assisted by Carlos Forneris, and number 11, Caden Eilot. That's Eilot's first point as a Moccasin.
Another college guy, right?
Yep. Ilott, a defenseman, listed as a defenseman. So McGuire, he'll get into the attacking end. Hagen Moe ridden down. He gets back up to his skates, but he's turned over the puck to Storjahan, who will still move it up north for Galvin, who will skate out with Stefanini. Stefanini, the puck on his forehand. He's still got it. He fights through a couple of sticks. A moccasin goes down. That's Ethan Matcham. No penalty called. So the River Dragons in the neutral zone will skate it into the attacking zone. One-timer Storjahan, save made, rebound, and Barrow couldn't tickle the twine despite the goaltender being down onto the seat of his pants. So Tyler Barrow, already with a goal tonight. Somro, Wickline, to the back door, Barrow! The skate of Masternak got in the way.
Wow.
Of 2 goals for Tyler Barrow. Now a 3-on-2 for Monroe. This is Christie over to the right. Gerstein, he's got a trailer, and Ilott, no he didn't. 2-on-1, Barrow with Wickline. Wickline shoots! Hit the backboards. Christie, left wing side, Pick. Austin Pick. There's number 47. There's a hard hit into the corner from Brad Fortin.
Barrow just flipped his stick going to the bench as if to say, what do I got to do to get another one?
The goal for the River Dragons comes at 8:04. It's Tyler Barrow, number 8. That's his 39th goal of the season. As Babin makes a save on the offensive scoring chance for Monroe. It was Barrow from Justin Somro. Somro took the shot at the blue line. Barrow tipped it in. Then at 9:19, it was Andrew Ballant, his second of the game, assisted by Carlos Forneris and number 11, Caden Ilott. Balkwell inside of his own end. He loses a board battle to Forneris. A shot comes in from the outside, misses well wide of Babin. Sommers for Forneris. He was teed up for the one-timer, but could not let it go. This will be a 3-on-2 for the Dragons. Hunter, Moore, shoots! Masternak makes the save. Now, here we go.
You got a 2-goal lead. You don't really need to get involved in this right here. You've got a 2-goal lead, and the Moccasins would like nothing better to do than to shake up the snow globe right here.
Ethan Matcham was involved. He was acquired in a trade with the Baton Rouge Zydeco, which sent Ben Stefanini from Monroe to Baton Rouge. Then Stefanini went from Baton Rouge to Indiana, then from Indiana to Columbus with the River Dragons. There you go. There's a trade treat for you. 7:32 to go in the second period. We'll be right back.
Dad, are we there yet?
Not even close.
Sweet.
Have we gone too far? Maybe, but life's too short not to.
The Subaru Forester Hybrid, 581 miles per tank. Love goes the extra mile.
Imagine a life-changing injury. Imagine the fear and unknown. The Houston Clinic Sports Medicine Team, the only physicians in the area with advanced certification in orthopedic sports medicine, treats sports injuries with innovative techniques. The Houston Clinic has helped nearly 1 million athletes live without pain. Imagine getting back in the game. Imagine the best game of your life. The Houston Clinic Sports Medicine Team.
Hey, yo! The River Dragons have a 4-2 lead. Ryan Galvin takes the draw. Galvin wears number 28, 27 years old, out of Atlanta, Georgia. 28 points for Galvin so far this season. He's playing in his 83rd FPHL game this evening. He's closing in on the triple-digit club in terms of games played. A mark that he will reach next season, should he remain with the River Dragons. I certainly hope. So Doherty, off the near boards, he had no support though, so this will be icing. No tip, I should say.
You know, that little graphic of the little guy doing the AO.
Yeah.
Is that a prairie dog?
I'm not sure.
Curious about that.
I have 2 schnoodles at home, so. Oh, I miss them dearly. Mitchell and Oakley, I miss you. They probably heard that through the TV and just jumped up. Face-off win from Christie. Doherty, though, will get the lift. It's gloved down by Asp, but Asp was a little bit too aggressive there, so Jemayev will go down the left wing, and, well, he got impeded on his way to the net, was looking to the official for a penalty.
Little grab there.
There was, but we established in the first period not many hooking calls.
Well, we know we're not calling hooks.
Yeah,
that's for
not
sure.
calling hooks tonight. We're calling cross checks though, and roughing. As Nathaniel Mott near side. Masternak out of his cage. Tyler Masternak. He wears number 35. The Moccasins wearing their white uniforms tonight with the white letters and numbers along the back and on the sides. We've got some gold in there too. There's a neutral zone takeaway from Thornton. Tyler Barrow. Brody Thornton. Man, Masternak just extended his right arm in hopes of getting a piece of that puck, which he did. Sam Turner, the defenseman. He does not have a lot of juice. So Storjahan takes the body, rides him down. Now Babin gets crashed into from McGuire. He remains on his skates. Drive from the line that took a tip from Sam Turner. Turner from the wall. That was a deft deflection from Hagen Moe. Babin got in the way of that. Now Thornton will skate out with Barrow. Thornton shoots. It hit a leg. He'll ride himself into the dasher. Get roughed up a little bit by the Moccasin, who is in the zone. Monroe will have to peel back as they have a delayed offside to contend with. 5:18 to play in the second. Babin throws a slight slash onto Brad Sommers, and
Sommers got in on him. He had the glove down on him. I think he gave him a little poke. And then that generally will get a reaction from your defenseman. Don't touch my goaltender.
the River Dragons huddling up in front of their netminder. Brad Fortin comes in to take the face-off. What else can you say about Brad Fortin? The 24-year-old, the star of the show this evening. Ryan Hunter on a breakaway, and his stick betrayed him. Fortin takes a heavy shove up high. The Moccasins, they were hot on to the player with the puck, knowing that Hunter did not have a twig.
Oh, yeah.
And you know, Mike, shots on goal, 22-18, Monroe. How do you envision this game going here? What do the River Dragons need to do? There's 4:40 left. They're up by 2 goals, but this has been an evenly played frame.
Particularly the second part of the second period, Moccasins have kind of turned it around a little bit. First part of the period, I think the River Dragons. Oh, here we go.
Brad Fortin and Ryan Hunter. Fortin for his second goal tonight. Tries to undress Masternak.
Dang.
Not sure where that puck ended up.
I don't know. Masternak was flopping like a trout on a canoe.
That's a new one. Ryan Hunter to the net. Hit the backboards. There's a breakaway pass intended for Christie. He'll be forced to settle it down in the right wing corner. His pass, Gerstein waiting in the crease. Stefanini, though, the last line of defense outside of the goaltender. He'll get it into Moccasin ice without icing the puck. So Mott, he takes a heavy hit, moved it along on the backhand, but Dorsey kept it in at the line. Pad save made by Babin, and the rebound is sent high up over the glass and into the netting. 3:36 to go in the second stanza. We'll be right back. A special thank you, as always, to our hometown hero tonight at the Columbus Civic Center. Thank you, as always, to all those who are currently serving or who have served in any of the branches of the United States military. Of course, it's trying times right now.
Right now, I got a son that serves, and I know there's a lot of people out there that have relatives that serve, and you always bite your fingernails when it starts popping off, if you know what I mean.
Absolutely. But it's the brave men and women who put their bodies on the line for our freedom. We cannot thank you all enough. Rasmus Asp. Hey, he had trouble with the puck. Ben Stefanini, his former teammate, says, I'll take that. Stefanini still searching for his first goal as a River Dragon. Number 25, though, did earn his first point with Columbus on March the 15th. Blunt on hat-trick watch. He got spun around.
Jemayev came back to forward, used the body, knocked the big man away.
Alexander Jemayev, number 71, he is a plus 15 entering tonight's game. That's the second best plus-minus behind, well, that guy, Tyler Barrow, on the team. We have a penalty.
We got an unsportsmanlike conduct. That's up against Krupp, I think.
Oh, goodness.
I believe he tripped the official and got himself an unsportsmanlike.
It's not that serious.
Serious enough for a 2-minute penalty.
I'm saying it's not that serious to where he has to go on and 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 on.
Wow. He's still chirping him, too.
And on. And now he's talking to Russ Perot. Don't you agree with me? Russ is just like, yeah, I guess. Sure. So, as Mike Vee mentioned in the moment, it is indeed unsportsmanlike conduct. The penalty will be served by Carlos Forneris. You put your best and fastest player in the penalty box. If you're able to kill off the penalty, you'll have 48 seconds of second period time. Barrow, Storjahan. To the end boards, he missed high glove. Wickline will move it around the boards. Barrow double teamed, he's got to make a play. He does, he finds Storjahan. Wickline settles behind the net. Storjahan's got Barrow at the top, that's where he goes. Barrow left circle, rink wide Hunter, the quick tap for Underwood, and his blast hit the glass. Hunter stuck to the dasher. He's got two layers in support, one behind him, one in front of him. Storjahan and Wickline, but both players take a bump, and Christie will remain in possession of the puck for as long as he possibly can before shooting it down.
He's going to wave off icing.
Here's Brad Fortin.
Second time that kid's come down and waved off an icing.
Two things you can't teach, energy and effort. Save made by Masternak. Hunter below the goal line. Barrow, left flank. Barrow, what a pass. Colton, Hunter hit Aspen. That stung. A between the legs pass from Hunter. That is taken away, and the Moccasins 25 seconds away from killing off the bench minor for unsportsmanlike conduct to who we assume to be the assistant coach, Jake Krupp.
That's unofficial.
Unofficial. Could be Russ Perrant too. Colton to the net. Masternak got his body in the way of that one. The power play presented by Publix is over. Carlos Forneris out of the box. Jemayev does well to keep it down low, so Forneris couldn't cause damage from the neutral zone out.
See, there's a hustle that you have right there. Coming back, getting the icing call. Got some tired bodies out there right now, too.
Icing on Monroe, brought to you by our friends over at Air Force Heating, Air, and Plumbing.
You know, one thing about the unsportsmanlike penalty on a coach, boy, does the other team want to score a goal, because generally if they do score a goal, that coach generally gets another one. He ends up off the bench early.
We have half a minute to go in the period. The River Dragons ahead of the Moccasins by 2 goals. The score is 4-2. Thank you so much to everybody streaming tonight's game on YouTube Live and Sporfy. Galvin, Doherty, and Stefanini. They have trouble at the blue line. So in the neutral zone, Stefanini will swipe at it and get it down deep. Masternak plays it. He's made 14 saves on 18 shots. He's allowed 4 goals, and, well, the second period will end at a 4-2 score, Mike.
A good period for the River Dragons nonetheless. I mean, the Moccasins did get another goal, but for the most part, the River Dragons kept control of this game. I just got to love the way. Now we got a little to do going down on the in front of the penalty box.
That is Carlos Forneris and Kyler Matthews.
I think Forneris is not very happy. Maybe it was Forneris that got the unsportsmanlike, because he's chirping the city official.
Jay Krupp has not left the ice either. Let's see.
Oh, Krupp's walking to the.
Krupp is walking to the group here. He tells Kyler Matthews, go off to the locker room, and we're going to keep it on Jay Krupp and the referees.
Tell you what, referees do not like a coach coming across the ice and then chasing him into the tunnel.
And I don't think the River Dragons necessarily like Jay Krupp walking over into their end of the ice. I mean, I understand wanting to win, but, you know, you can wonder if perhaps it was taken a little bit too far.
Well, Forneris was hot, and Krupp was hot. I'm just wondering, was it a penalty that they thought should have been called? You know, Forneris should have drew the call, and then Krupp chirped, or is Krupp sticking up for his player? I mean, it's dynamic. We're across the rink from here, so we don't know for sure, but interesting. It could be a little more drama coming into the third period.
Stick around for some drama. We'll be right back on the River Dragons Broadcast Network. Liam G and Mike V will break down the hockey game up to this point.
Every day we're on the road, dedicated to servicing our community and neighbors. At Air Force Heating and Air, we're committed to your family's comfort all year round. Whether you need repairs, maintenance, or new system installation, the Air Force team is here for you, residential and commercial. Plus, we offer duct cleaning and sealant services, air quality and virus protection, and plumbing. Call Air Force Heating and Air today. Serving you is our top priority.
Back here inside of the press box, my name is Liam Gotimer. Alongside me is Mike Vee. Mike, we're 40 minutes through tonight's game. The score is 4-2 River Dragons. It all started 4 minutes and 41 seconds into the first period. Ryan Hunter from Brad Fortin, those two teaming up on one beautiful goal.
Yeah, perfect little pass, get it over, and boom, bury it, and that's the name of that tune.
Backhanded pass from Brad Thornton. He was at the bottom of the left circle, and man, to be able to have the vision and the wherewithal to know that your line mate is standing at the right dot all alone, and then on top of that, get the puck there. It's simply special work.
Yeah, and Fortin, all this game right here, I'm very impressed. You know what I mean? You get a new guy, you see him first game. I know the old saying is new broom sweep clean,
Yep.
but the idea is this kid, I think he's a keeper.
No doubt about it, he is a keeper. And the River Dragons, throughout the remainder of the first period, would continue to apply the pressure. At 11-12, Alex Storjahan would join the triple-digit club, his 100th goal as a River Dragon, and he just cleaned it up in front of the net.
Yeah, congratulations, a hard-working player. He gets those goals, and 100 goals. I mean, you know, in a professional career, not a lot of guys that played hockey have 100 goals. It's a mark that he'll have, and I'm sure he'll get a lot more than that as he continues to play here for the River Dragons.
No player in the franchise's history has more goals than Alex Storjahan. He surpassed that mark Saturday afternoon in Athens. Now he has scored his 100th goal, all of them as a River Dragon. Congratulations to Alex, as Mike said. The Moccasins would have their response at 16:39 of the first period. It would be Andrew Ballant. This one's going straight to Sports Center, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, you know, one of those plays that, you know, hey, it looks good. It's a great shot. And just came up and shelved it. And beautiful looking goal, and that's just the way that one went.
Then Brad Fortin scored his first professional goal at 18:57. Let me shift the question from what I asked you in the first. We talked about the goal. I asked you to describe the play. Let's turn the page now to just Brad Fortin in just his second professional game. Talk about how difficult it is to build chemistry with your line mates coming in the middle of the season. I mean, Fortin and Hunter seem like they've been playing together all season.
Well, I mean, it's talent and skating. And what we've seen with Fortin is he's obviously very good hands with the stick.
Very.
And second of all, or actually I should say first of all, he's a very powerful skater. He's on the puck, and he's one of those guys that have good, you know, certain guys have hockey sense, and they just, you can't buy it. Some people have it.
And he does.
And he has that hockey sense. And you talk about being aware where your linesmen are. One of the toughest thing in hockey to do is to keep your head up while you're handling the puck.
Yep.
And he just does a fantastic job with that. And if he continues like that with the hustle that he shows, and he's not afraid, he goes to the slot, he goes wherever it needs to be, goes to the corners. I mean, and when you pair up with a guy like Hunter that's able to bury the puck like that, I think you're going to see a lot more to come in. And don't forget Wickline.
Absolutely. And Mike, the River Dragons had a 3-1 lead after 20 minutes of play. Once again, the 3 goals for Columbus in that opening period to Ryan Hunter, Alex Storjahan, and Brad Fortin in that order. Then came the second. The River Dragons would get on the board first at 8:04. The shot came from Justin Somero, and the deflection from Tyler Barrow. And, you know, one of the attributes to Tyler Barrow's game that we haven't seen too much this year, because he's just been so dynamic in every other spot of the ice. Ryan Galvin, his former college teammate, tells me he's one of the best deflectors he's ever seen. So the hand-eye coordination from Tyler Barrow, nothing new. And, you know, I'll mention Brad Fortin again. He gets that puck deep. He goes from low to high. That allows Barrow to go to the front of the net and not only take away the vision of the goaltender, but get the stick on the puck.
I mean, the redirect and Massanek had absolutely no chance whatsoever on that. Like you say, players have certain players have a knack at doing that. It's almost like certain baseball players that always make contact with the baseball, no matter in what situation. They're either going to bunt it, they're going to, ground ball, go to right field, whatever. That's a knack to have, and Barrow certainly has that ability.
At 9:19, just 1 minute and 15 seconds later, it would be Andrew Ballant again, and the Moccasins, they established the offensive zone. They created pressure in front of the goaltender, and Ballant, I mean, he's such a sneaky scorer. He is on a goal streak himself that he added to in the first period. Now he's got 2 tonight.
And he's a bigger guy, so he gets position in front of the net, able to get opportunities. And again, another guy that has stick handling ability. You got a big man like that can handle the puck like that, and also take the pressure being in the slot. He's gonna score a lot of goals, and obviously his stats show that.
The head coach took an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty for the Moccasins. It's listed as HC, but could be AC. You never know. Of course, talking about the assistant coach, Jay Krupp, who was animated over there on the bench. The River Dragons did not score on that power play, but it was good to see Columbus getting some looks to the net late in the period, giving themselves a chance to extend their advantage from 2 to 3.
If I had 25 cents to put on a bet, I would think it's against Krupp. That's just me saying that. And Jay's a great guy. Don't get me wrong.
He is a great guy. Franchise legend.
Loved him when he was here. Absolutely. Yep. And you got to love him anyways. I mean, but you know how he is. He's very intense. So that's why I say
he wants to win, and who doesn't want to win, right?
And he wants to get his guys going. He knows he's in a playoff hunt.
Absolutely.
And you do what you got to do.
And some extra emotion being back here too. A place that he played for many years, back on the bench. He's definitely ingrained himself in this community now, a part of the visitors.
No doubt about it. And like we say, he's an intense guy.
He is.
Played that way, lived that way, coached that way. And you know what? It rubs off on your players, and they're in second place, just 5 points off the lead. So, his success is certainly helping out Monroe.
Taking a look at the goaltenders before Liam G and Mike V send you all to a commercial timeout. Trevor Babin, 21 saves on 23 shots. Trevor Babin continuing to do what Trevor Babin does in the crease.
Completely very steady. You know what? Never one of those goaltenders that doesn't get excited. You know what I mean? It doesn't flop a lot.
Yep.
He's always in position. Doesn't give a lot of rebounds. And I'll tell you what, on the mark, has made some great saves tonight, and and Monroe has had several opportunities in alone on him where he shut him down. So hats off to Babin.
Hats off to Babin indeed. Tyler Masternak on the other side for the Monroe Moccasins. 14 for 18. And you know what? When you have a goaltender that hasn't seen a lot of rubber but has given up 4 goals, you can wonder if that confidence is shaken a little bit.
Well, I mean, Masternak, it's tough to blame him because there's been a lot of defensive failures. I think he's not getting the support that we've seen Monroe the last time they were in this building when we watched them play. Not tonight. He's not getting the big support that he needs, and a lot of those goals that were scored were 2-on-1s, open nets. Guys should have been taken, and a power play on a 5-on-3. So you really can't throw the mark on Masternak. And hey, this game isn't over. It's just a 2-goal lead. And you know what they say? I want to be cliche.
Don't say it. You could say it. We could say it.
The most dangerous lead in hockey.
2-goal lead, the most dangerous lead in hockey. 8 minutes on the intermission clock. We'll be right back.
It doesn't get an off day, does it?
Neither do the standards. Getting here is part of the job.
Staying ready is the rest.
Ice looks good today.
Doesn't matter if it's the road, the rink, or the grind. You need something that shows up every time.
Longevity?
Season after season.
Mileage? All day, every day.
Kind of young sung hero, huh?
Same reason people trust us. Toyota, reliable wherever the grind takes you.
6 minutes and 35 seconds on the intermission clock. Without further ado, let's get right to it. It's the out-of-town scoreboard brought to you by our friends over at Zelmo's Zippin'. Man, if I had a quarter, I would not have bet on the Danbury Hat-Tricks and the Binghamton Black Bears to be scoreless through 40 minutes in Binghamton.
Wow.
But that's where we stand right now.
Danbury fighting for their playoff life.
Port Huron up 10-0 over the Watertown Wolves. You ever call a game that lopsided?
Yeah. Yeah, that's not fun. You run out of things to talk about.
I called one in Atlanta with the Gladiators, and I was calling the game remote. So I was calling the game off of my laptop, and they were down 10-0 in the third period.
Tough. It's tough to get excited. And I've been on the other side of that, by the way. It hasn't just been, we're up 10. Been up, we're down 10. And it's like, and here comes another one in, where they're scoring from the red line. It's just one of those days.
It goes both ways, certainly. The PD Ice Cats and the Blue Ridge Bobcats, well, Blue Ridge wins tonight. And the score holds here in Columbus. The River Dragons can fall no lower than third in the Continental Division. It's 11-0 Prowlers now. The Athens Rock Lobsters and the Twin City Thunderbirds, that game the same score as when we left it, 2-1 Athens. Topeka and Indiana, 1-1. That game being played outside of Columbus, Indiana, a neutral site game. And the Baton Rouge Zydeco and the Biloxi Breakers, 3-1. Biloxi.
Wow.
That's your out-of-town scoreboard brought to you by Zelmo's Zippin'. And with that, fans, please enjoy Hits of the Week. Neely, of course, the veteran, spent a good amount of time with making mayhem as turning and shooting. Here's Ryan Galvin. That was a turnover from the Rock Lobsters. Here's Doherty from the corner. The captain shoots, and he wrung it off of the iron. Batting will get a lift on the puck. In the neutral zone, though, this is Eli Leapers, who wears number 24. He'll swipe it into the zone. Leapers a big body up front for Athens. He's checked by Javath. Ryan Hunter's got it. He'll lead Fortin. And the River Dragons try and make him pay. Barrow shoots and McPhail answers. Shot from number 8. Wickline will cycle it around. To the near boards it goes. Brody Thornton holds the blue. Shinkarik takes a hit. The puck turned over. That was Alexander Jamaev and Cody Wickline. Laying the boom onto the Rock Lobster, forcing the turnover.
Sorry we're late. Runs in the family, right? Who are you?
It's simple. We get inside, find the cooler, fill it with Pepsi.
Isn't that breaking and entering?
No, it's just entering.
I'm not seeing a cooler.
No problem.
That pool's for us. There's no lifeguard.
This is Aunt Joni. She's married to Uncle Phil. He's from Boca.
Aunt Joni, how is your husband, Phil?
Dead, but I'm very much alive.
I don't quite know.
Can I help you with that?
Oh my gosh, thank you.
To Will and Diane, you go together like Pepsi and hot dogs.
Oh, that's so us, babe.
Pepsi, I'm not needed here.
Have a great party, guys.
It really is a perfect combo. Are your friends in the blue Pepsi truck coming over too?
Abort! I'm not sorry for bringing flavor!
There was a...
River Dragons fans, this Saturday night, we're taking a trip down memory lane. Our turn back the clock specialty jerseys are hitting the ice, and now they can be yours. Head over to Dash now to bid on these game-worn jerseys and autographed locker room nameplates, which are on your screen right now. These are one-of-a-kind pieces of Dragon history that you won't find anywhere else. The clock is ticking. Auctions for both close Monday night at midnight. And Mike, as a former Cottonmouth, what do you think of those?
I love those. Look at that specialty right there. You're one of a kind. Be walking around town with those on. Hey, by the way, number 61, for those people that River Dragon fans that were Cottonmouth fans. It's been a while, but Ole Jenstedt, great player, won the 11s Cup. Big reason why we won that championship in 97, 98. And Ole Jenstedt out of British Columbia. Great guy.
From one number 61 to another number 61.
And that's why it's kind of giving me the flashback over here. And we're not even at turn the clock night. It's right before turn the clock night.
Of course, turn back the clock night will be tomorrow night. We're 50 seconds away from the start of the third period. The Dragons have a 2-goal lead. Mike, what does Columbus need to do to lock this game down?
You certainly don't sit on the lead. You hate sitting on the lead, especially the way the team's been skating, but you got to be careful. You don't take unnecessary chances. If it looks like it's give up on the puck, go back, set up. Absolutely impressed at the way Jerome Bouchard has this team and the forwards coming back in the defensive zone. They are just helping out, and it's helping out on the breakout. It's helping out defensively. And again, don't take unnecessary chances, but don't sit on the lead either. Get out there and shoot at that puck. More shots on Massenek. See what happens. And they're still discussing things at that bench.
This is getting out of hand.
I know.
Really? I mean, come on now. As we'll zoom in on Jay Krupp, who is just not content with
the explanation that he received.
Much of anything right now. It's too hot in here. I can't control the temperature. I mean, seriously, what's done is done, right? I mean, come on.
I mean, making a point. Hopefully, you get a call somewhere along the line. The old, you know, let me get under their skin enough where I can get a. Now Jerome Bouchard wants to find out what's the problem over here.
I just find it interesting that Jay Krupp's doing all the talking for Russ Perrant. I haven't seen Russ Perrant open his mouth once over there on the bench. Who is the coach?
Well, I mean, you know, that's an assistant
That's
coach.
the point of an assistant, right? You know?
Sometimes you know, a guy like Krupp, you know, he's an excitable guy. I mean, he's an emotional guy. He's going to bring those emotions to his team.
You need emotions on the bench.
And
it's important.
And he's fighting for his guys. He wants them to know I'm fighting for you.
And I bet his guys certainly appreciate that. The puck is dropped. We are underway. The River Dragons will skate from left to right. The Moccasins from right to left. This is Liam Gotimer saying, it's go time on the final frame. So the puck played into River Dragons ice. Out of his net is Trevor Babin. Babin, 21 saves on 23 shots. Yeah. And he has a word for Casey Gerstein.
Well, Gerstein ended up in the net after it was all said and done. He got tripped.
The net facing us. Now put back into proper position, 23 seconds into the frame.
You know, I wonder how many injuries. I've always wondered, because I can remember when the nets were sturdy. You know, I mean, they were in there, it didn't move. I wonder how many injuries have been prevented by having the breakaway post. I bet you couldn't even count on how many.
Tyler Barrow's going to the penalty box.
For the trip.
2 minutes for tripping on Tyler Barrow. Columbus to the floor and Decor penalty kill. The Moccasins 25% on the power play. The River Dragons 84% on the penalty kill. This is Sam Turner, the defenseman playing up front. Here's Pick with a drive. He hit the crossbar. Over Babin. This is Turner at the top. The dish, Ballant. On hat-trick watch, Andrew Ballant. From right to left, Turner. Back to the right, and Babin, his best save of the night.
Oh, that's drilling the goaltender. That's a penalty.
There's goaltender interference. Trevor Babin taken out.
That's definitely, you got to give him the call on that. There's no doubt about it.
That should be Yanni Liarakos, number 19. The former Dragon, and now Trevor Babin.
He's got the call.
Oh, no.
Babin's all right. That's
Trevor
that's
Babin's
the issue.
going off. And let's show Trevor Babin.
He's favoring a wheel. He's not even putting any weight on it.
There's no there's no weight being put on his leg right now.
This is not what the doctor ordered.
Trevor Babin, and
I think what happened was that
it's a skate issue, I believe.
Dorsey landed on the back of him.
That was not Liarakos, that was Dorsey.
Hopefully, hey, Babin is all right.
Just a skate issue.
I
was worried there.
Sure was.
I was ready to jump on the ice myself.
My goodness. Well, that's a horse of a different color.
And, I'll take you back to the first of 3 games against the PD Ice Cats in Florence. Trevor Babin was taken out of that game.
That's right.
After stretching out his lower body a little bit.
The rookie came in.
Snellenberg came into that game. Jacob Snellenberg. So what immediately went into my mind was that maybe he had exacerbated what had
re-injured.
Hurt him. Here's Mott off of a face-off win. That into the catching glove of Masternak.
4-on-4 hockey now. A little more wide open space. And
that's one way to negate the power play of the Moccasins.
Yes.
Goaltender interference.
That's
2 penalties in the offensive zone by the Moccasins in this game.
That's called thank you very much.
Yes, it is. Much appreciated. So Nathaniel Mott, he'll go back on it. Played at Adrian College, ACHA. Mott, number 74, 6'2", 200 pounds, out of Mississauga, Ontario. Colton will back it up for him. Mott goes skate to stick, moves it in time away from Christie. And now Colton will lead more into the zone. Masternak, a lower body save, the rebound still there. Fortin on the ice. He'll go off for a line change. Christie, he's got Fornaris. Fornaris has a step. He elected to pull back on Colton. So Christie will settle it down behind the net. Barrow out of the cage, out of the box in 20 seconds. Match him D-to-D. Matthews with a leg up, shoots through traffic. Babin able to handle that with a plum. Right wing half boards, defensive zone. Hunter. He's driven farther down the wall by Fornaris, who falls down. He gets back up and he'll skate after the puck carrier. That is Ryan Hunter, who will flip it over to the far wing. There's the dangle from Jemayev. He'll try to one-hand it along for Samaru. Barrow out of the box and into the offensive zone. Samaru couldn't handle that pass from Barrow. He'll still do the work to get it to the top. Moore whips it rink wide. Jemayev keeps it moving. Barrow's got it at the flank. He's got a man. It's Moore who's waiting in the mid slot. Jemayev will pick it up at the right dot. Cut to the top of the offensive zone. Moore moves it for Thornton, who will fire into the catching glove of Masternak, who catches it. 9 seconds left on the Public's power play.
Great movement on that. They just cycled the puck well, passed the puck well, and Thornton took a nice shot in. Masternak made a nice glove save, and all in all, the River Dragons survived that potential power play situation and now have what do they got, 9 seconds left on their own.
Second unit on is Scott Doherty, number 13. Ryan Galvin, who takes the face-off. Ben Stefanini, Galvin's former college teammate, on one of his wings. And at the top, it's the captain, Kirk Underwood, and Nathan Balkwill. Puck won by Monroe. Sommers the clear, and Kirk Underwood said no. Doherty is a big body behind the net, but Matthews will chop it along for the speedy Christie. Christie's pass to the middle of the defensive zone. That's always dangerous, but Casey Gerstein was there to scoop up the biscuit. Gerstein knifes his way in. Sommers goes across. Balkwill with his back turned to Christie. Up the boards.
Nice.
Galvin to center. Doherty, the reach. Near boards, Underwood. Between the legs pass from Christie in the neutral zone. That was overtaken by Doherty, and Doherty will move it in.
Nice little move there.
Doherty, number 13, 6'5", 230 pounds, 29 years old. He's got it. Colton activates from the blue line. The puck on his forehand. His pass for Barrow went awry, but he still gloved it down to himself. Barrow shoots! Another glove grab by Masternak. He's been adept at making those.
The boys are buzzing. They're just cycling the puck real well, maintaining control. They're out skating Monroe. To be quite frank with you, that's simply what's happening there in their own zone. And then you got a couple of good chances. Masternak has risen to the occasion to shut him down, but keep doing that, one's going to go by him.
There's another face-off win. Here's Colton shooting, and Masternak brought down, and there's a penalty. Man, there was no penalty called, and then Masternak looked at the official, and then the arm went up. That's just...
Well, there's your makeup call on the unsportsmanlike, all right? But that was...
Do you really need a makeup call on an unsportsmanlike, to be honest?
And I'm just being facetious. He
You
made contact with the goaltender, and if you make contact with the goaltender in the crease and he flops and goes down, about 90% of the time you're going to get that call.
Penalty wasn't called in the moment. It was only called after the goaltender looked at the official. That's what gets me.
He was bringing it to his attention.
Really? You're not going to call that? Oh, yeah.
That's right.
I should do that. Sorry.
We're not calling hooks tonight.
That was not a hook. That was goaltender interference. All in good fun, of course. Shout out to our officials in tonight's game. Not an easy job at all, as there's a glove save made by Babin. Man, Jamie Dorsey was standing right in his grill.
No rebound. That's the story with Babin. He is so good at tying up the puck, preventing those rebounds, or if there is one, he scoops it real quick. He's Johnny on the mark.
Play now back underway. Cody Wickline in the box for goaltender interference. The River Dragons are on the floor in the core penalty kill. So here is Andrew Ballant. He's been racking up the points this season. Ballant taken by Storjahan. This is an odd man rush for Storjahan and Barrow. Storjahan tried to thread the needle through the legs of a Moccasin defending. So instead, this will turn into a 4-on-2 for the visitors. And Carlos Forneris, his pass went nowhere. Storjahan will hustle, but Turner will get to the puck ahead of him. How about that recovery from Somero? Man, right next to the River Dragon bench. That would have been Forneris. Extra stick work there from number 23. I've been really impressed with Justin Somero this season. He's a forward playing on the back end, and it's been really good. Shout out to Soms. Of course, Larry Patekin not playing for the River Dragons tonight. He is one of several scratches for Columbus. So Ryan Hunter shoots from the right circle. Kyler Matthews got his stick in the way. We are 5 minutes and 35 seconds into the period. Here's Ryan Hunter. A neutral zone takeaway. One-timer more. Kick save. The rebound pinballs back to Masternak, who was in position somehow, some way. So Matthews does not hit Sommers. So the River Dragons will get it out into Moccasin ice. Cody Wickline out of the box.
Survived that one. Actually had some chances of her own.
Here comes a scoring chance for the River Dragons. Brody Thornton. Somero shoots over the net. Wickline near corner. Patient with it. He's defended by Sommers, ridden into the backboards. And Monroe on it. Gerstein, left wing side. Christie. Mo will twirl like a ballerina, shoot to the net. It hit a River Dragon, and now Columbus, 6.5 minutes into the period, will skate out on the rush. They left the puck behind, though, inside of the blue line, so Hagen Mo will wind up and send a slapper off the pad of Babin. Balkwill on the backhand. He'll ladle it off of the high glass. This will go far enough for icing. We'll be right back to the River Dragons Broadcast Network.
It doesn't get an off day, does it?
Neither do the standards. Getting here is part of the job.
Staying ready is the rest.
Ice looks good today.
Doesn't matter if it's the road, the rink, or the grind. You need something that shows up every time.
Longevity.
Season after season.
Mileage.
All day, every day.
Kind of young sung hero, huh?
Same reason people trust us. Toyota. Reliable wherever the grind takes you.
Sometimes the only prescription is more cowbell, eh?
Nothing wrong with cowbells.
Nothing wrong with it at all.
As long as there are your cowbells in your arena, there's nothing worse than going to that rink that they got the cowbells going and they're
Oh, goodness.
scoring goals on you.
Winston-Salem, oh, man. As Babin makes a save. It seems like Winston-Salem, they don't play any music. It's just cowbell.
Cowbells.
Hey, welcome to the game. Cowbell. Hey, they scored a goal. Cowbell.
Yep. The prescription is more cowbell.
And by the way, going back to that dog, that prairie dog, you're doing the singing, you know that was from Live Aid. Freddie Mercury.
Is that right?
Yeah.
All right.
Shout out to my dad for that reference.
Live Aid. Boy, your dad's bringing me back to the past.
July 13th, 1985. That was my dad's 21st birthday.
Yep. That was his what?
21st birthday. Shout out to you, Dad. I love you. As Casey Gerstein shoots, it hits a body. Christie, far corner, match him, skate to stick, left point, down the boards. How about that play? Who was that? Kirk Underwood, the captain, continuing to lead by example. This will be a chance, though, for Monroe. Christie brought down by Balkwill. No penalty there. Goodness.
That's so lucky that we did not get that call.
Jay Crew pretty tame over there on the bench. I don't know if he saw it. That's away from his line of sight, to be fair.
Wow.
Babin watches that puck slide
That's
just
a
wide,
slash.
and there's the penalty.
Got the slash.
Galvin.
Well, we got away with one, then they get the other. That one rather obvious on the slash, so another penalty to kill. What's interesting enough.
It's Balkwill, not Galvin, excuse me.
Interesting enough, though, that this power play is nothing like the last time I seen Monroe.
They're without a lot of top players. They're without Tucker Scantleberry.
Yeah.
They're without Yanni Liarakos tonight. The puck in front of Babin. The River Dragons clean it up for the moment. Turner the keep. Barrow pressures.
Ooh.
Turner still shoots despite taking a heavy hit into the boards. Here's Fornaris. Left wing flank. Ballant. Turner shoots. Missed high glove. It hit the glass. Fornaris digs it out of the pile. 25 seconds gone by on the 4 in the core penalty kill. Balkwill in the box. There's a deflection and a save. Turner without a stick. He'll go off to the bench, receive a new twig, and go off for a line change too. Nathaniel Mott will just shove that errant stick out of the defensive zone. So this is Kyler Matthews, number 44 at the blue line, and a glove grab by Trevor Babin.
Once again, no rebound. Get the draw, settle it down, get some new personnel on the ice.
I'll tell you what, Jamie Dorsey all night a little bit too close to Trevor Babin.
I mean, he's buzzing. He's right there. He's looking for a rebound, and Babin just isn't giving him any.
Jamie Dorsey, normally a defenseman, 6'2", 215 pounds, out of Wilbraham, Massachusetts. You know Wilbraham, Massachusetts?
No,
You're a Massachusetts guy.
I don't know where that is. Must be the western part of the state. We don't go there.
Christie from the low slot. Mo moves it along. Gerstein. You don't talk about them? Here's Matthews shooting. That's blocked by Doherty, and the River Dragons off and running. Thornton shoots. Missed high. Gerstein. He's got Mo, and Mo save, rebound, they score.
That's just a matter of time there. Numbers, power play. Babin made the initial stop, but the rebound just laid in the crease, and it was easily put in the net. And now it's a one-goal game, and
Hagen Mo gets the goal. Man, Hagen Mo, 3 points in 2 games played versus the River Dragons on March the 6th and the 7th. He had a 3-point game on March the 21st at the PD Ice Cats. Good player. His brother Rex Mo played in the league for a while. Now retired.
well, now's the time to reestablish.
Hagen Mo spent some time in the SPHL this season. This is now a one-shot hockey game, and you know you touched on it, Mike. Most dangerous lead in hockey.
Yes. I'd like to see it go back to that dangerous lead.
The shot's 31-24 Monroe.
Nice play.
Jemayev, a nifty pass from along the wall. Here's Galvin. He's got Stefanini trailing. Those two go in hard on the forecheck after the puck. Stefanini being defended by Matcham. It's Matcham, Pick, and one more player in there for Monroe. That's Andrew Ballant. Up close and personal view for those of you watching on the River Dragons Broadcast Network. Pick will drift to the left. Wait for some support. It's the activating Rasmus Asp, who may have picked that puck up offside, if you asked me. I don't know. Balkwill moves it along softly. Jemayev has a chance to make a play. He'll go rink wide. Balkwill to the middle, and a between the legs tip from Galvin before going off for a line change. 11 and a half minutes into, or 10 and a half minutes, I should say, into the third. How about Mott laying the body? Hunter, high slot, it's in the net!
Now it's the most dangerous lead in hockey again.
That goal was scored by Ryan Hunter due to the work of Nathaniel Mott. That's his first professional point. Congratulations, Nathaniel.
Boy, we've had a couple of firsts tonight.
Oh, baby!
Boy, Hunter just ripped it too. He's
Two goals.
Right about 11 o'clock at the circle, right in the slot, and able to put the wrister by Mastronet.
That's all Nathaniel Mott right there. I gotta give him credit. I mean, what a job to pinch up at the right time. Glove save by Babin.
And the thing that the River Dragons have had to deal with a bit is a lot more physical play by the Moccasins. They've been throwing the body around and trying to get it going that way, and they were able to respond nicely off that.
You'll have to see it.
Like you say, Martin with the nice assist, and he gets his first point as a pro.
The two goals come less than 2 minutes apart. We'll be right back.
Dad, are we there yet?
Not even close.
Sweet.
Have we gone too far? Maybe, but life's too short not to.
The Subaru Forester Hybrid, 581 miles per tank. Love goes the extra mile.
Imagine a life-changing injury. Imagine the fear and unknown. The Houston Clinic Sports Medicine Team, the only physicians in the area with advanced certification in orthopedic sports medicine, treats sports injuries with innovative techniques. The Houston Clinic has helped nearly 1 million athletes live without pain. Imagine getting back in the game. Imagine the best game of your life. The Houston Clinic Sports Medicine Team.
Stadium. Go time! Gotimer here with you. Alongside me is, what's your name again? Oh, Mike Vee.
Yeah.
Oh, that's your name. I was joking, by the way. I was joking. I know your name. How can we not?
What what we got going on here is a heck of a hockey game. With now 8:58 left in the third period, and 2-goal lead.
The goal for the River Dragons was scored at 10:47. Ryan Hunter. The assist given to Brad Fortin and Kyle Moore. That's not right. Nathaniel Mott will get an assist.
Ooh.
Kyle Moore on the ice alongside the aforementioned Hunter and Brad Fortin. Hagen Moe, rink wide. Christie got all turned around. That'll be icing. You know that stuff that they put on cakes? Yeah, that.
If he would have stopped that puck, it would have went through his stick. That was the hardest pass I've ever seen.
That was a, there was a lot behind that. There was a lot of mustard on that pass. Cat's Deli out in New York would be proud. Famous Cat's Deli. All right, so Cody Wickline, he got acknowledged earlier. 200 points and 200 games played. Cody Wickline, congratulations. Number 10. He accomplished that feat earlier this season. So Trevor Babin out of his net. Babin has made, quick math, 29 saves on 32 Monroe shots. While his goaltending counterpart, Tyler Masternak, 20 out of 25. As Jamie Dorsey shoots, misses the net. Hagen Moe, the pass came to him. Deflected off of his twig. He's got it back now, far corner. Hagen Moe has the most recent goal for Monroe. Dorsey collects the D-to-D pass, shoots. Babin, the blocker save. And out to the far wall it goes. How about that pass from Barrow?
I was going to say, Barrow's just a magician. Him and David Copperfield.
Quick note on Tyler Barrow. 9 power play goals this season, 2 shorthanded goals, 3 game-winning goals. He leads the league in points with 100. That was entering play tonight. 19 points in his last 8 games. And entering play tonight, he was trailing Justin McDonald for the franchise lead in a single season in assists and points. Tonight, his 50th game of the campaign. Tyler Barrow has come to the Federal Prospects Hockey League and simply shredded it up. He's got 2 points tonight.
He's got to be in the final conversation for MVP.
He is your MVP. Tyler Barrow is your most valuable player. I'm telling you all right now. If he's not, it's a travesty. A gargantuan travesty. So pick, left wing side, Fornaris. Trailer, this is Ballant. Ballant, one of those players that could rival Tyler Barrow, but even he's not even close to Barrow's triple-digit point production this season. Brody Thornton near a wall, up into the air it goes, and into the
I think that's going to be outside the zone.
That faceoff should come outside of the zone, and the Moccasins are changing, and the linesmen are going to that spot right outside of the blue line.
You know what?
Oh my goodness, they're remaining inside of the defensive zone.
I'm not going to say anything if you don't.
I like my job. Don't you?
No, I'm just saying. He just fired the puck and went on, and then there was no, didn't deflect off anybody. We'll take it.
It's an offensive zone faceoff. The shots on goal here in this third period, 11-7 Monroe. Here's Hunter for the hat trick. Man, he got slashed and no call. Moore, or excuse me, that was Fortin shooting. The puck comes to Moore. The hustle from Balkwill to keep it in to the attacking end. Gerstein, number 71, will airlift it into Columbus ice. Not far enough for icing, so Kirk Underwood has to make a play. And how about that pass?
Smart.
He'll go up the wall. Fortin will lift it up over the glass and out of play, but the officials say it deflected out, so no delay of game. Was close.
I think you talk about Underwood. He's been around so long, just knows what to do. Able to get that puck out of the zone at the perfect time, just enough to relieve the pressure. Nothing fancy, just get it done.
Columbus can keep their hopes alive of grabbing that second spot in the Continental Division with a win. They essentially will have to win out. Monroe will have to lose out. But it is possible.
It starts tonight.
It starts tonight.
In 6 minutes.
And the road ahead is not easy for Monroe, let me tell you.
No,
3 games after tonight against the River Dragons, 4 against the division-leading Rock Lobsters. They could go one of 2 ways. They could go on a heater and apply pressure on, as Barrow misses high, apply pressure to Athens, or they could potentially fall to 3rd.
Well, I mean, the thing that the Moccasins have going against them in the Athens case is Athens wants to finish the division leader, so they're not going to be. They're going to take those 4 games like playoff games.
They are going to take them seriously, and you know that the Rock Lobsters are ready for a potential meeting with either the River Dragons or the Moccasins. You don't want to discount the PD Ice Cats too, who would be taking on the Rock Lobsters if the playoffs started today.
That's right, 1-4.
PD, arguably, out of the 4 teams at the top of the Continental Division, playing the best right now.
Yeah, PD is a team that is definitely not the same PD team that you saw earlier.
But the way the River Dragons have played over these last 2 games, I mean, a clinic. I mean, stellar goaltending night in and night out, whether it's Tyler Roy or Trevor Babin who's in the cage. I mean, you have layers upon layers of offense, and you can produce in different ways. Through the net front, on the rush, you have the most efficient power play in the league. Man, Stefanini got ridden into. Could have been a charge. Jemayev, though, makes the defensive play, as he always does. Columbus trying to lock it down for the final 4:05 of the 3rd. It all starts with getting the puck past the line. Sommers keeps it in. He'll utilize the high glass. It's played to the slot and a one-timer. My goodness. That was Sommers who kept the puck in, and he whiffed on the 1-T.
No.
Meanwhile, Hunter, he's got a hat trick on his mind. He dishes it off for Sommero instead. A slapper comes to the cage, and Sommero! Oh my goodness! What is that? What is that?
That'll draw a crowd.
Hagen Moe, I mean, that is just atrocious.
On the far side, oh, now we got.
And Kyle Moore will have none of it.
He's incensed. He wants a piece of him. And they
you
want
have to answer the bell here. You have to. If you're the Moccasins, you have to answer the bell. You can't lay a hit like that. Please.
Sticking up for your guys, that's number 1. You know, you talk about chemistry.
Please keep talking, because I'm going to lose my lid.
You have to give the River Dragons credit, even though the penalty's going to be, the power play will be washed off because of the extra penalty to Moore.
Hagen Moe, that's Bush League. We'll be right back.
The Houston Clinic Sports Medicine Team, the only physicians in the area with advanced certification in orthopedic sports medicine, treats sports injuries with innovative techniques. The Houston Clinic has helped nearly 1 million athletes live without pain. Imagine getting back in the game. Imagine the best game of your life. The Houston Clinic Sports Medicine Team.
Columbus, it's time to show your pride with official River Dragons merchandise. Every piece lets you take Columbus hockey with you wherever you go. Stand with your team, show your colors, and bring the energy of the ice to your everyday. Get your River Dragons gear today and wear your loyalty to your club loud and proud. Let's go Dragons! Back here in Columbus, 3 minutes and 45 seconds to go. There's no penalty on Hagen Moe on the play. Okay. So Kyle Moore and number 13, Brad Sommers, get the penalty, so the two teams will skate four aside. I just don't like it, Mike. You know, I thought he kind of came in a little heavy there. And, you know, Somero was pretty far away from the boards. That's just dangerous.
It's a good thing that Somero wasn't closer to the boards because he took the hit right at the goal line, and it knocked him back into the boards. It's to call charging on that because both players were kind of standing down. He didn't have more than 2 steps. It was more of a 1 step and then, I'm not going to say a cross check, but pushing with the gloves, and it knocked him off balance. And
I didn't like what I saw in the moment.
I would have liked to get the call, but he didn't get it.
Hagen Moe, a hard-nosed player, just trying to produce for his team. You can't fault him for that, but you don't want to see any chance of an intent to injure. This will be a 2-on-1 here for Monroe. Ballant for the hat trick. He's got it.
He does.
Andrew Ballant, it's 5-4.
Make a note with Ballant. He's coming down like that, and as hot as he is, and as good of a goal scorer he is as a defenseman, you almost got to kind of favor his side. Just assume he's going to shoot and take your chances that the pass doesn't get through. But Ballant just blasted it by Babin, and that's just one of those things that happen on 2-on-1, on a 4-on-4. A lot of open ice out there, and now it's a 1-goal game again.
We will still skate 4 aside. So right now, Ryan Hunter's third period goal, serving as the go-ahead goal, as Ballant gets physical with Mott. The puck deep behind Masternak, now peeled out. This is Pick. Pick against Mott. Mott will ride him to the far corner. The picture-in-picture for you watching on the River Dragons Broadcast Network. Keeping an eye on Tyler Masternak with 3 minutes to go in regulation. Christie, Ballant. Looks like a power play for Monroe. Fornaris moves it around the umbrella. He gets it back. Pick, the drop pass, slapper from Ballant. That's a hot stick. Hit the window.
Good play, just chipped it out.
Ballant's got it back. Monroe going to play some keep away here. They do not want to surrender possession with 2.5 minutes to go here in regulation time. Mott with the extra whack, but the Moccasins establish the offensive zone for the moment. Columbus gets it out, and now Tyler Barrow in a foot race against Casey Gerstein. One that Gerstein wins.
Mott was playing without a stick.
This will be an icing on the Moccasins. Presented by our friends over at Air Force Heating, Air and Plumbing.
That's a big break.
The 4th goal of the game for the Moccasins comes at the 16-minute and 25-second mark of the 3rd period. It's Andrew Ballant, unassisted. 3 goals tonight for Andrew Ballant. The other to Hagen Moe. For the River Dragons, Ryan Hunter twice, Alex Dorjahan, Tyler Barrow, and Brad Fortin. Jemayeff against Christie. This is a huge draw. And, well, Christie wins it back with 2:10 to play.
Oh,
the River Dragon loses his stick. That was Somero, but the puck taken away. Here's Jemayeff. He'll curl. Far corner. Somero. D to D. Thornton settles it down. Lets it rip to the net. Gerstein falls down as he connected with Jamie Dorsey, number 18. Still keeping an eye on Masternak, who's in the net. Christie with 100 seconds to go in the final frame. Masternak's going to come. He's got to come now. Matthews will creep in and shoot and score! No. Kyler Matthews. It's 5-5. The Moccasins did not even need to pull the goaltender. They have evened the score. And, man, that play involving Hagen Moe and Justin Somero completely changed the course of this game.
Yes, it certainly has. Right now, the Moccasins' tails are wagging. They're back into this one, tied this game up. The road team, 37 shots up. For the River Dragons at 26. For the most part of this game, the River Dragons have outplayed the Moccasins, but for the last 10 minutes here, Moccasins have really
They've turned it on.
Turned it on, yeah.
You have to tip your cap to the opponent who have played well here towards the latter half of regulation.
A lot of what they're doing, what they've done, and I'm, pretty sure the way Group likes to play or played, they got physical. They started banging us around. Then
that's how you have success.
Hockey is hitting, and you know what? When you get to the playoffs, it's even twice as much. I mean, you got to hit to win, and if you don't play physical, you don't have a lot of chances out there.
And I will echo exactly what you said, Mike. I would argue that the River Dragons, far and away the better team tonight. They've outskated the Moccasins, but in that third period, you just saw Monroe turn up the physicality a bit, which made the difference in the final 5 minutes of the period. This was a 5-3 score, but 2 goals in a 3-minute and 35-second span.
Well, they've got
will very much perhaps force overtime.
They've grabbed the momentum here because the last 2 has gone their way. But there's still plenty of time, 1:35 remaining.
Of note on that goal for Kyler Matthews, it comes at 18:25. 1 assist. It went to the goaltender, Tyler Masterton. They have 35 on the score sheet. They announced number 5. 80 seconds to go. Do the River Dragons have a last-minute goal here up their sleeves? Barrow digs it out. Storjahan leaves it behind. Now the the Moccasins will rush up the ice. A pass from Pick hit Wickline in the face.
Hope he's okay.
And Wickline
he's going to have to go to the room. Yeah.
Sheds his lid. And
that's a tough break. Caught it right there in the face.
Some blood did trickle off of his face as he got to the
He knew. Time
doors.
To go to the room. A minute and 4 left.
It's the second time this season that Cody Wickline has gotten hit by a puck in the face. I don't remember exactly where we were when it happened the first time, but I know that we were on the road.
No, hopefully he'll be. I don't know how quick they can get him. Cat got it in there, but.
Now the linesman skating over to the spot where Cody Wickline left some blood, and they're cleaning it up with their skate. That's new.
It works.
It works. It does. Yeah, it works. Face-off win for the River Dragons. We'll do it one more time. Fans, be sure to tune in tomorrow night for Turn Back the Clock night as Ballant shoots, caught by Babin with 62 seconds to go in the period. And Mike, here's my question for you. How do you let the momentum not get completely overtaken by the Moccasins here? They've scored, 2 times in a 3.5 minute span, and they've tilted the ice here a bit.
Well, they've tilted the ice. And again, the thing that River Dragons did, can't sit on a lead. Not to say they did, but they kind of got pushed around, to be quite frank with you, from my observation up here.
I would say they did a real good job in the first 15 minutes of the period, but right after that, no call after the Hagen-Moe potential charge led to a 4-on-4, some open ice, and all the top players for the Moccasins, including Andrew Ballant, made it a 1-goal score, and Kyler Matthews has evened us up. Matthews tries again with a one-timer that hit Moore in the face. Now Kyle Moore skates over.
Holy mackerel. No call on Barrow.
Somebody call
on Hunter.
Deadpool. All the bodies hit the floor. 20 seconds to go. Moore for Brad Fortin. Fortin shot in by Hunter. Masternak out of his net. Away from Kyle Moore. Onto the tape of Fornaris. A breakaway for Gerstein, and Babin saves the day. Oh my.
3 seconds.
My heart has never pounded as much in this booth as when Casey Gerstein broke in all alone. And I will also say this, of course it was the pest of the game, brought to you by our friends over at Cook's Pest Control. Of course. It always is.
Babin, if he's the pest of the game, Babin swatted him away like you would a fly in that one. He made a great stop on him.
I like that. There's some information on tonight's pest of the game, Casey Gerstein.
Well, one of the things that doesn't help you out in the chase is that both teams get a point now, and now it's It's up for grabs for the next one.
A regulation win would have helped the River Dragons a ton in their pursuit of second place. But we will go to the extra session. In 30 seconds, overtime, brought to you by our friends over at Door Specialties, will begin.
You know, if you're Monroe and you're always the road team, you always say you want to, when you're on the road, you want to leave with something, even if it's an overtime, you know, if it's, you know, it's a tie in regulation, you got something. You didn't go there for nothing. Right now they have accomplished that.
The last time these two teams played, it was on March the 7th. Kyle Moore called game with an overtime game-winning goal.
Yeah.
The overtime will consist of the two teams skating 3-on-3. The River Dragons will attack from right to left wearing their red jerseys, remembering everyone deployed. While the Moccasins will attack from left to right, they wear their white uniforms. In the net for the River Dragons, it's Trevor Babin. Babin made 35 saves on 40 shots in regulation, while Tyler Masternak went 21 for 26.
So you got Hunter Barrow and Mott to start it off.
Hunter on hat-trick watch.
Ballant, of course, and Forneris is out there.
Brad Sommers, Andrew Ballant, and Carlos Forneris. It's Tyler Barrow and Brad Sommers at the center ice face-off dot. The puck has been dropped. The River Dragons take possession. We are officially underway. This is Liam Gotimer saying it's go time on overtime. Brought to you by our friends over at Door Specialties. No penalty called. The Moccasins on the offensive. Forneris to the left, to the backhand, and it missed the net. That was Sommers, who had the game on his stick. But now, into the offensive zone and established are the Moccasins, 30 seconds into the extra session. Mott, aggressive at the blue line. He played the puck away from Ballant.
That's the way you got to play Ballant. You got to play the body right on the man.
Mott calls for a line change.
Oh, no.
Underwood on the ice, one-timer. Forneris, he scores!
And the Moccasins have just stolen this one from the River Dragons.
And the officials are indicating that they will review this.
Don't celebrate too quick, boys.
Jake Krupp has left the bench. He's in the locker room. And he has some words for Ryan Hunter before he goes off. And now Jake Krupp has picked up the puck and sauced it over to Ryan Hunter. That is absolutely ridiculous. What is that? What is that right now? Are we kidding me?
Well, Krupp just...
That is... Hagen Moe, I apologize for calling what happened there, Bush League. But that right there, I mean, I've never seen anything like that. I've never seen anything like that. And Nathan Balkwill wants a piece of Jake Krupp. I can't believe what I just saw.
You know what?
I am simply stunned. How are we going to allow that type of behavior?
Well, that's something that the league will review. I think because it's the end of regulation.
You have an assistant coach skate over to the far corner of the ice, pick up a puck, and throw it at a player who's standing in the crease.
Is he back in the corner there?
That might be one of the damnedest things I've ever seen calling hockey. Jay Krupp, an absolute legend here in Columbus, but that, I really don't like that. I really don't.
Getting under the skin.
Going back to the goal, I believe that puck did go into the net. I don't know what your eyes saw.
You know, it was so quick. I mean, I thought it went off the post, but it was so quick, in and out. I don't know how they're going to review that from up top.
I'm going to ask our camera people. Yeah, let's keep it right there in the far corner, right there on Russ Perrant.
Well, he's just looking to get out of Dodge, and I don't blame him. Basically, you bank robbed this game. You just took it over. 3 straight goals, and you win in overtime. Oh, right now, it's in question whether you won in overtime, but unless they can see some conclusive evidence that puck did not go in the net, it was called on the ice a goal.
That's the problem. The problem was that it was called a goal on the ice. And you're going to have enough evidence to overturn that call. The Moccasins are all huddled up in the far corner of the ice.
I'll tell you what, it's going to be.
Everybody's there, except assistant coach Jay Krupp, who was let off.
I think it's going to be regardless of which way this thing flies, I think it's going to be a pretty interesting game tomorrow. I think there's going to be a lot of people with some hurt feelings out here. If there's not a rivalry that's been developed between the Monroe and Columbus here, there is one now. And then when you have your assistant coach kind of getting involved in, antics, that'll carry over in the room. They'll be talking about that in the room.
I'm an emotional broadcaster, but I've just never seen, I've really just never seen something like that. Just a coach just go over and just pick up a puck and just throw it over to the superstar player of the opposing team who is trying to, again, just.
Well, he was in the, I don't know if he was chirping him or not. I mean, we're not
Throwing
down on
the puck
the ice.
is my problem. It was some chirps to me. And again, that's playful, right? But, you pick up a puck,
well, the thing was, is Hunter shot it back at him, and believe it or not, Krupp, in street shoes, stuck his foot out.
Save?
I'm going to say there's a mark on his ankle.
Kick save and a beauty from Jay Krupp.
In loafers, I mean, that hurts.
And I will say this about the replay review system here in Columbus. It's really good, but it takes a lot of time to get to the spot.
I wouldn't be. I'm like, be nice to the officials right now. And we're running the.
Yeah.
We're antagonizing the officials for how much time this is taking in Columbus' sense. Take all the time you want.
But this will decide the game, right?
No,
So
this is
you
going to
can't
decide the game.
You can't.
I don't see how they overturn the call.
I don't see it either, personally.
I'm just saying, been around a while, and I don't see him overturning the call because the call was made on the ice. Unless they can prove, and I don't know how you really do that with the camera angles that we have here.
There are overheads.
Yeah.
So, once they're able to get to that spot, I believe that they will have a clear enough view to make a determination. And right now, the referee explaining to Carlos Forneris and Kirk Underwood, and, the referee's going right back into the scorer's table.
Well,
He's saying that this is going to take a little bit longer.
I mean, were you calling Toronto? I don't know.
That's funny. I like that. I mean, I could go back in the YouTube feed. I mean, listen, guys, I'm a big River Dragon fan, calling games for the team. But I like to keep the broadcast unbiased if I can. I thought that puck went in the net. In my opinion, I thought that puck went in.
It was so quick. I mean,
I thought it was back.
But what made me think about it is I saw the referee immediately point. So, I mean, he's right there at the corner. I figured it went in, and that was that.
And I will say this, if this goal does not count, do the River Dragons go on the power play because of Jay Krupp and the extracurriculars there?
I don't think they saw it.
I mean, I saw it, and around 2,000 other people who are watching saw
but the referees were here at the penalty box discussing it when that kind of transpired. Whether or not the league would look, you know what happens in a situation, and Jerome Bouchard would have to do it.
Yeah.
He would have to initiate the clip, send it into the league for review. Now, whether Jerome Bouchard does that or not, that's up to him.
I'll say this. We here at the River Dragons take a lot of pride in winning with class and losing with class. And those actions, to me, do not showcase winning with class.
Well, he was, for whatever reason, he was emotional this whole game.
He was.
And
he was.
And
hey, you know what? It's a comeback. It's a third period comeback. I mean, of course you're riled up, right?
Yeah.
But also I think that there's some respect for the opponent that needs to be had, especially from a person who's in an authoritarian
But the thing is I know Jay, you know Jay, everybody here knows Jay. He's been around here for a long time. That he wears it on his sleeve.
He's a cool guy. He is.
He is, but he wears it on his sleeve.
He genuinely is a fun person to talk to. And,
that's the way he is.
He was a great River Dragon, and he's not here right now. He's with Monroe, but certainly have a lot of fond memories with him. And it shouldn't be remembered with just the negativity, and it's a goal.
It's a goal. I mean, I didn't think it was going to get overturned because they'd have to have some really conclusive evidence. And Monroe giving the crowd the little wave, the little sarcastic wave. And, hey, tomorrow night, all I can say is this is buckle up, baby, because we're going to be in for a game.
Hey, Monroe, can't wait to see you in the playoffs. The game ends 46 seconds into the extra session. The winner to Carlos Forneris. final score, 6-5 Monroe in overtime. And Mike, this was a game where the River Dragons really came out hot and heavy, and they played well throughout the 60 minutes. It was just the final 5 minutes of the third and overtime that led to the loss.
I mean, they say you got to go 60 minutes of solid hockey, and what happened was the River Dragons, unfortunately, gave up some odd man rushes. All those goals that they scored at the end were all from just circumstances that happened, and they have some talented players. Ballant, I mean, you know, he's a River Dragon killer tonight.
He is.
No doubt about it. I mean, he never gave up. He did what he had to do for his team, put the puck in the net, and I don't even know. I'm forgetting now who scored the last.
The game-winning goal went to Carlos Forneris.
Forneris,
It was a one-timer into the top shelf. The River Dragons get goals tonight from Ryan Hunter twice. Alex Storjahan, that was his 100th as a River Dragon. Brad Fortin and Tyler Barrow, number 8. All 5 goals, or excuse me, 4 out of the 5 goals come at even strength. 1 comes on the power play, while Monroe also did score 1 goal on the power play, but the game winner did come at even strength. The goaltenders taking the loss in between the pipes for the River Dragons, Trevor Babin. He made 35 saves on 41 shots, surrendering 6 goals, while Tyler Masternak went 21 for 26 for the Moccasins. Mike, any final thoughts on tonight's game before we let our fans go?
Well, I mean, again, don't freak out. I mean, this is we all pretty much know playoffs. You're in the playoffs. You got certain things you have to recognize that you do. You have to play 60 minutes of hockey, and physicalness tomorrow night, I think, is going to be the big call. I think Jerome Bouchard's going to have his guys be able to answer that bell, play physical hockey with a team that wants to bang you around, and we'll see what happens. We got guys like Doherty and all those guys. They're going to have to step up tomorrow night.
We'll certainly see once the puck drops tomorrow night. It's turn back the clock night here at the Civic Center. 7:05, the game begins. With the win in overtime, the Moccasins improved to a record of 32-9, 6-2-0. They now have 107 points, while the River Dragons with the overtime loss fall to 26-16, 5-3-1. They now have 91 points and remain in third place in the Continental Division. Well, for Mike Vee, my name is Liam Gotimer. And for all of our production staff, who, as always, did a wonderful job here at the Columbus Civic Center. Until next time, stay safe, stay well, and as always, let's go River Dragons.